Hello.
Hi. Hi, everybody. I think they can hear us. Yeah. Alrighty, well, welcome to Grand Finals. Yes, hi. Y'all can hear us now. It's amazing. Technology is amazing. Hello, everybody. Yes, welcome to Grand Finals. We have Gymnast86 versus Advocate here. And, yeah, we're looking for a good match.
We're looking for a toxic seed.
Well, pretty much every seed I've done has been kind of toxic, but there's nothing we can do about that. We've seen some pretty not very fun seeds. If you want to look at KitCaught versus Advo yesterday.
KitCaught.
Or it was one of them. But since Advo did make it through the entire tournament so far without losing a game, because he's pretty good at this game, he does have a 1-game advantage. So this could be 1 game, this could be 2 games, we'll see.
This could be.
It could be. Maybe we'll be here all night long. I hope so. We have dinner plans and we're going to be here all night long. Don't worry. It'll never stop.
It'll be some long seeds.
More content. Yes, Nickel. More content.
Yes.
Yes.
More content.
Yeah. But we may be getting here.
It's Season 5 settings.
It is Season 5 settings. We do still have chest type matches content. We still have hints. We still have the random starting item. We have all the stuff that, if you watched our Season 5 tournament, we still have all that. And we have our nice live studio audience back here. Y'all better start clapping. I'm joking, you don't have to clap for that time. I hate it.
The new bit is that we ask the audience to clap over things that don't matter.
You're so right.
Exclusively.
Every time they uncover a brown chest, we have to clap.
Yeah.
So that way they think we're cool.
That's the way we think they're cool.
And we have actual items. Yes, just constant clapping.
Yeah.
Oh.
Get progressively harder until you need to go to the doctor.
No, let's not go to the doctor. Oh, Jim, please.
Oh, Jim.
Not Vanilla Bow.
Oh, Jim.
They did have a Vanilla Bow in the last.
They did have a Vanilla Bow in the last
The
scene.
last race he did. It was Vanilla Lights. It was funny.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. So both our runners are just sitting around. They're about to get started here soon.
They should really be doing something.
Yeah, they should be doing something. God, come on.
We're like negative 15 seconds in and they haven't started yet?
Yeah, I know, right? They should be like in Hyrule right now. With the amount of time we had to set up. By the way, shout out to the people that had to help us set up. They've done an amazing job.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can't predict when a race is gonna go long.
That's
it's just like, you
true.
know what? Everyone needs time. It's all good.
Vanilla
It's been amazing.
Boat. Jim is a dork. You're so right. And I'll call him that later. Straight dork.
Straight dark.
Alrighty, Pixel. So what dungeons do you think we'll have today?
Oh, well, I mean, I think ET has been in almost every seed I've seen.
We have not had much of Wind Temple, actually.
Yeah, it's popped up once or twice.
I don't remember. I think I remember Wind Temple once.
I think I've seen DRC once.
Huh? Yep.
So I want to predict that there's going to be another ET.
I want Wind Temple so we can catch him.
I want DRC because then we can hang out for 3 minutes during a cutscene.
You're right. Yeah, cutscene, more like Goma dying.
Goma could literally be a QTE and I'd feel no different about it.
You're so right, honestly. But it does look like we're going to be getting started here in a few seconds.
3, 2, 1,
0.
Oh.
Never mind, we're not getting started.
We're not getting started.
Forget that. We're lying
Cancel
to
that.
y'all. They're going, guys. Look, they got it. They got the bow.
9 seconds.
Yo,
That's a new record.
Let's clap, everybody. We did it. We finished the seed.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, we're actually gonna get started here.
There we go.
There we go.
And we're off.
Yay,
and they're off.
We did it. And we have sand.
We have started on this reef like 3 times.
Oh, good. All right, so we have Forbidden Woods.
FF, And go.
No.
Oh, that's pretty good. FFFW and Tachi. That's not bad.
I don't like. I wanted Wind Temple.
I know you wanted Wind Temple. I wanted ET.
This is dumb.
This is stupid.
So it's interesting that Forsaken Fortress is on path. I missed one. But it's interesting that Forsaken Fortress is on path to Forsaken Fortress because there's not many things that could be. You either have hammer.
Vanilla hammer?
You have vanilla hammer, or you have either leaf or hookshot.
And arrow is a sword.
That's cool. Another Dark Now mini boss having a Tachi small key. We saw that in the last race as well. But we're gonna see Evo do a pretty standard start here. He's gonna head on off to Forest Haven. We did get a hint about Cliff Plateau. It was Path. So
starting with hookshot is always really nice.
So
it just kind of picks up.
So that
your
means
movement.
vanilla hammer.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, that means vanilla hammer.
Yo, look at that value proposition. $20 for 200?
Let's go, dude. Stonks.
Stonks.
So by this point, Evo has realized
Beetle's
that
not been investing in crypto.
oh man, my hammer's vanilla. So we do need a sword before going into Forsaken Fortress.
That's a safe bet, yeah.
Well,
but there has to be.
There has to be.
I guess there could be. No, there has to be.
Logically, there has to be a sword before it, but there can be one just chilling out in Forsaken Fortress, you know. Ganon dropped it on his way out of Hyrule or something.
I'm so glad that we have the Sans model again.
I know, right?
It's so good.
Both runners picking that top chest. I'm going to assume they got a BPR hint, otherwise they wouldn't be checking
Yes, they got a BPR hint.
Yo, shout out to FF to FF. Jim taking his time hookshotting everywhere.
That's what they mean by it's the journey, not the destination.
You're so right.
FF.
FF to FF. Alrighty. Don't see anything. We're gonna see what this chest is. This is locked behind leaf. It is a pearl. We do need that. That's pretty far away from all the Ritos. Unless that Korok is secretly a Rito with wings.
Oh, Coral Talk.
Yo. Shout out to Cliff Plateau to Godan being the pearl. Gotta love Tachi Path.
It's very common.
Yeah. They also stored another chest that I don't know what it is actually.
I still think it'd be funny if to go to Hyrule you needed all 3 pearls.
Imagine. Tingle statue.
Gross.
Don't need that. Tingle Island was hinted dead, which means no ankle.
So yeah, no idea what we stored.
Nope. Evo is not really opened his inventory very much. And Jim heading off to Windfall.
And we got a real route divergence. But this has become a really popular route that I was doing here, where you delay Windfall a little bit so that you can probably get at least one more thing done on your first trip, if not multiple.
Yeah. You always want other things as well. We did get a hint for a Picto Box on a small island chest. That will not be available to us, at least until we have Leaf.
Yo, first try perfect roll clip?
Yo, let's go.
So clean.
He landed in the door. Because he's too good at the game. And there's another pearl. Dude, that's actually
French
here.
vanilla. Oh,
I didn't
see. I feel like it might have been command.
I feel like it was command. It's definitely not hammer. Imagine there's bombs inside Forsaken Fortress. We're gonna talk about some logic.
This is the broken logic seed?
Yes, this is broken logic. We actually didn't tell them that beforehand. But this is what it's turned out to be.
We didn't tell the runners.
Yeah, they don't need to know.
Yeah. It's not actually season 5 settings, it's RSL, they just haven't figured it out
yet. Oh yeah, you're right. It just so happens to be all the same places as season 5. Yo, useless iron boots.
What are you talking about? There's a single roll clip that you can do on Private Oasis. It's not worth it.
I was about to say, we've already been to Cliff Plateau. And I don't know anything about that. Speaking evil, oh my goodness. I see you, Crane. I see you back there.
Tingle not really giving us much help today.
Yeah.
But then again, in vanilla he gives us the Tingle tuner, which is equally unhelpful.
That is also... Hey, that depends on what you're running. If you're doing vanilla speedruns, man, all you see is Tingle tuner. I'm just saying.
All you see is Tingle tuner.
Hey, you know, you gotta hover places,
The
man.
entire game you play on a Game Boy.
We just can't hover here. Well, we can. We just can't use Tingle tuner. Alrighty, it looks like Evo is gonna do some leafless golf with that hookshot that we started with. And then we'll probably just head on over to Diamond Step.
That's a really hard strat to get right. It takes a lot of practice.
It also depends on the model, and I'm not sure how much Evo has practiced with this.
Sans? Yeah. I don't
With
know.
his little bone legs and feet.
Sans' model is pretty similar to Vanilla Link. There are worse
He just
models.
has little bone feet. And there's also salvage core here, so Evo will be able to pick up salvage core here. Maybe he'll just get leaf.
Maybe.
Maybe he'll just get leaf. That is not leaf.
Oh.
But that is pretty nice.
There could be stuff in Paw Print then.
Salvage core is also outside of Paw Print, so we'll probably see Jim pick up those there.
Yeah.
Which will definitely help him out there. He won't have grappling hook for skill of the wall though, but we did start with hook shot. If we get leaf, we can do grapple.
Just a lot
grapple
of
is kill the wall.
just a lot of Tingle statues showing up today.
If we get open chest storage at least. I love hearing the AS. Yeah, exactly. I
It's so
can't wait
good.
for rope climb later. There we go.
There we go. That
Very
was honestly
nice.
very clean.
I think he does it so he doesn't have to do subs. I don't know.
It doesn't.
Can you imagine if Advo just absolutely fell?
Just drop.
There, he just fell off. He was so close.
It's called an early nut.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, Advo's now gonna head off to Diamond Step.
Unfortunate.
It's unfortunate he's gonna head
No,
off to
Diamond
Diamond Step.
Diamond Step's dead.
Oh, never
Who's
mind.
hinted?
I forgot.
How could you do this? Okay, so they
I
did store
know.
command melody.
Look, man, I'm not paying it. Look, Jim is.
Look. Jim hasn't noticed that they've stored command melody.
He's trying to. Yeah, he's trying to figure out what he stored, and he was hoping it was Ghost Ship chart.
I love Catch the Kids with door storage. Door cancel.
Not door storage.
Yeah.
Door storage. No, catching killer bees with door storage is also pretty fun. Because anytime you pull up the Wind Waker or whatever, you just teleport back to the door that you stored.
Hello.
You're like, hello, Mario.
Hello, Mario.
Hello, Mario. Alright.
Oh no!
No, Jim! Oopsie.
Wait, Jim, there's a recovery. You don't have to go all the way around.
We're going around.
We're going around.
We're going around town.
Roll
We're actually
around
going
town.
around town. This is Windfall again.
This is the biggest city in the area.
Yeah.
a bit
Oh
of a-
no. Anyway. Alright,
We have
we
fun
made
here.
it.
We have fun here.
Alrighty, two spiky
Ooh.
chests. That is lucky behind
Cleanso
pick the
loaded.
box. There's a sword.
Okay, so that opens up potentially first check and FF.
And a shard. That's the good shard too. It's the long boy
That
shard.
is the long boy. You're right.
Alrighty. And now we just go catch Ivan. He's in a tree. I don't know how he got up there so quickly.
Have you ever met a child?
Yeah,
They are
but-
literally monkeys.
But like, but he's there. But he's there like while like you see him run off in the cutscene, and then suddenly he's in a tree. He door canceled
He
into
did.
the tree.
He door canceled into the
Oh,
tree.
and there's our last pearl. So funny story. That opens up. No, it doesn't because we don't have leaf. But if Din's pearl was anywhere else that was in logic, hop across would be in logic right now.
To be fair, Leafs could still be in logic somewhere. I
Leaf
don't think we've
could
checked
be
Beetle.
Beetle?
No, we did check Beetle. Never
Yeah,
mind.
no, he stonks.
Stonks.
200 rupees.
Look, I'm sorry, I don't follow Bitcoin.
I mean, Beetle coin?
Beetle coin? Beetle coin. That's good.
Dude, y'all
There's the
can't-
wallet.
By the way, y'all can't see it, but we have some cool trophies over here for them.
There are some very cool trophies.
Because these are going to be our first and second place winners. So, like, they're sitting over here in a corner table, like, on the corner of the table. And they look
You're
really
not.
cool.
It's not that you can't see it; it's that you're not allowed to see it.
Yeah, you're not. Y'all aren't
We need to
cool
pick a
enough.
winner first. You're not cool enough.
I'm the winner. Hang on, wait now. If this is just picking a winner, I'm the winner. And I'm taking it.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm pretty sure you could convince them.
I'll take first place.
If the trophy was in the shape of a cookie, then I'm pretty sure Jim owes it to you.
That's so true, man. He told me so before when we were all on our way up here, right? He's like, "Oh man, I got you cookies," and he showed me a picture of them, right? And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is awesome! The meme is gonna come true, and it's great." Also, thank you, SpeedGaming Espinal 2 for the rate of 13. Welcome to our grand finals, game 1. Well, I guess technically game 2, but it's weird.
It's game 1, but it's match point.
Yes.
If Advo wins this, then Advo, because
Wins.
Advo was in winners finals, or one winners finals, Advo would win the whole thing. Jim would have to win twice,
Yep.
which can totally happen. Both of these are top runners.
They are. And there's a bottle.
Ooh,
Shout out to Grandma.
shout out to Grandma.
Jim will be able to save Grandma on his first trip to outside. Yes, bottle percent. We already got bottle percent. Alrighty, I'm about to go check his mail over here, just in case his grappling hook.
It's not a bad idea at all, actually.
Yep. Jim just hanging out waiting for Mila. There's nothing else we can do. Yeah, I was like, yep, well, I accept my fate on that bottle.
At the very least, though, we can check 3 out of 4 of these chests, and we can peek the last one.
Yep.
So we will know if we have to return to Pop Print or not.
Don't worry, this will be, one of these chests will be in Leaf. Ed will get open chest storage, and he'll just do grapple skip.
Without...
Dude.
Dude, imagine.
Yo, another Tingle statue. We almost have all of them, guys.
Those are some low spirit Tingle statues. I don't trust Tingle.
Mila just giving us a piece of heart. Yo, it's
Oh
Leaf!
my god!
Oh my god! He's not gonna do it though. It's gonna waste so much time.
That would be so funny though.
Avo's probably crying because he can do it.
I mean, if it is a spiky chest, he might. But if it's not a spiky chest, there's no point. Camera can be a bit finicky.
It's not
It's not.
required.
Okay.
already.
Unfortunately, we will not be seeing grapple skip today, even though it's a
Yo,
funny name.
and bombs.
And bombs.
That's
What
locked
the
behind
heck?
those power bracelets. So these are all pretty early. We still don't have that picked up box because we know that that sword's chilling out back there. We already knew it was vanilla hammer. Well, bombs can't be in FF. We start with hookshot. So the way to Helmrock, you either need leaf or hookshot, you need bombs, and you need hammer. Since we started with hookshot, and it can't be bombs, the only thing is vanilla hammer.
Let's go vanilla hammer.
It doesn't matter, symphonic. You need a lot of, I guess it doesn't matter actually. If there's a sword in FF, they would all be locked behind hammer.
Yeah, because the only check you can logically do in FF with only bombs and 2 swords is Phantom Ganon.
Yep. Yeah, I know. I'm shattering everybody's dreams. Get over it. I'm the dream shatterer. I'm the cookie eater, and I shatter dreams.
Cookie eater who shatters dreams. When did we get a bomb bag?
It was Tingle.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh.
did see that. It was Tingle's first gift. Now, I don't know what the second gift was. It wasn't as great as a bomb bag.
On the first day of when all my dream of game to me.
my goodness. Oh yeah, Tingle was definitely
Oh,
planning to go
that
just
is
to the
a
bomb
spiky
shop.
chest, but we are going to see Advocate do a strat that we did very often in Season 4, where you sail around and use Leaf to get up to that check.
Going around the island. Top of boulders, 100%.
I don't think we
hear
haven't
this
seen
chart.
this in the tournament, to my knowledge.
Probably not. Leaf is one of those things. You either get it super early or you get it late. It's such a good item, though.
It's such a good item.
It's pretty vital to some strats that we do. There's Boomerang.
Boomerang,
Yo, let's go! Boomerang!
There's going to be Georgs on Angular now.
Yo, all the Georgs.
And on Tingle.
It always, and just never forget, Boomerang always comes back. Unless you hit it on the ground, I guess.
Imagine being so close to extinct that it takes a boomerang to bring you back to life.
Dude. Boomerang actually reverses time. Alrighty, so we're gonna see Avo do a strat here. He's gonna try and get to on tree branch. Normally you need grappling hook to get up here and leaf. Not leaf, you just need grappling hook. But we only have leaf, and we're just gonna ride the cyclone up.
That was honestly a really good
Yeah.
breeze. Like, this is...
He's
leaf thumping more than he needs to. Like,
yeah, he'll be fine. He's so... Look how...
He's so high.
Look how, like... He has so much room. It's hard to tell, though, when you're up there flying. That's...
I was gonna make a joke when I said he's so high, but then I was like, I have no idea what state laws are.
I think that was a bottle. So Avo hates bottle percent. Confirmed. And now we're gonna go get this Picto box on Small Island chest. I think it was hinted.
It was hinted. Both runners checked it.
Did they? I don't.
Both of them peeked it.
I know they peeked top of Cliff Plateau.
I mean, I'm a commentator. I'm not supposed to know what's happening.
Relatable. Some days I wake up and I go, man, I need a commentator to tell me what I'm supposed to be doing right now.
There you go.
Whoa, a Picto box.
Whoa.
That's not in logic, by the way, as well. You do need grappling hook for that chest.
True.
Because for some reason, the game doesn't expect you just to ride a cyclone.
We got baited.
Yo, we got you baited, guys. We got bait.
That's honestly kind of a nice find, though.
That is, because now we don't have to buy bait.
Now you don't have to buy bait for Big Pig. I think it's better when it's a hoi pair, though.
A hoi pair?
I like saying hoi pair.
I always said it's hoi. Alright, so Jim is gonna... So Jim is getting this other chest. The same chest that Avo did, just a slightly different way. This way isn't too much slower. The way Avo did is definitely faster since you have leaf. But Jim is going to show us how good he is at climbing, and he's just going to climb this island with chest storage. Jim suddenly turned into a climber.
Y'all thought it was cool when Nintendo put climbing in Breath of the Wild. They figured this out in 2002.
This is actually Breath of the Wild. It's a mod. It's actually a mod pack for Breath of the Wild. It makes it look like the Wind Waker. The custom models.
So we just got a note to Mom.
That is a mail check. It's only one mail check with these dungeons, but it's still a mail check. That looks like a spiky chest to me. And it looked like one to Avo. So now we're going to see some more storage shenanigans. This is one of the worst storage spots in the game.
This storage spot is so cursed.
I don't understand it.
It should just be a regular storage spot, but everyone universally hates it.
Yep. Alright, so Jim with his sword, he's on his way to FF.
Go get that skull hammer.
Yep. Gonna just go ahead and go clear.
Which, to be
FF.
fair, he can clear FF very quickly with all items he has. There's absolutely no reason not to do this.
Yeah. So we'll see Jim fight Phantom Ganon first, since he knows that this is vanilla hammer. That can't be anything else, unless at least it has to lead to it, I guess.
It's kind of preference, but we might see Jim do Helm Rock before clearing the rest of FF. Because he can store the chest.
I don't think so. I think Jim will save. Because if it's something that leads to hammer...
Oh, that's a really good point.
He's stuck in there unless he, like, breaks out.
That's a really good point.
And I don't think he wants to do that. So we'll probably see Jim save first and then open it. And Avo gets to do his cute little route. So this is something that Avo can...
He's cute little route.
He loves doing this, man. He's always like, you didn't do my route. And he gives like a little pouty face. And it's really sad, but he got to do it.
It's true. Avo's honestly the biggest powder in the community. And by biggest powder, I just mean like it hurts my soul the most.
Yeah. Alright, so Avo's got to do a
Get a little bit of extra magic
here. So, because we don't have grappling hook, yeah, so Jim's just gonna open this chest.
Fun fact, there
And
is...
it's vanilla hammer.
It's vanilla hammer. There is a single piece of... a single blade of grass in this room that has magic, and no others do, even though it's FW.
Well, some of the places in like the area, like the main, like the room before the mini boss has magic as well. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm saying this
Forbidden
main
Woods
room, of
is
this main room, though.
Forbidden Woods just doesn't like magic, even though this is a place where you use a lot of magic.
I wonder if us doing all these glitches and tricks to skip through it is part of the reason we use so much magic.
Definitely not bad game design. This is not our fault. Alright, so Jim stored another item, which was a bow.
Yo, FF loaded.
Shout out to bow, we do need one of those. Alright, now looks like a spiky chest there.
This is always an interesting one. There is a peek you can do in this room. We saw yesterday. Oh, and there's a
The
shield
shield
and
and
bait
bait
bag. So big pig is in
Oh.
logic. We can eat the pig.
We can, no, yes, no, yes. No, we cannot. Well, technically, okay. Logically,
Logically,
it's
no.
not in logic, but we can.
Fire and
There's
ice
another
too.
bow
There's
in
two
front
bows in FF.
FF. Okay.
Crazy.
Alrighty. We have a shard on Avo's side. We stored that somewhere in Forbidden Woods, I think. Probably. Don't think he had that before.
So that is one of the fights that Jim will save a couple seconds on. It's really fast to do that with fire and ice.
Yeah. Like, you can just freeze the Mothula mini boss. There's a sword.
There's a sword.
That's also locked behind grappling hook.
Yes.
So we know where our last sword is. Is there no, we're missing one.
Strong
still.
dude, where's my grappling hook energy?
No, we know where our last sword is. It's Arrow Mail.
Yeah.
So that's all the swords. Alright, Jim doing the best route, because I do it as well, to get up to Helmer Rock.
You know, Crystal, I've never thought about it before, but you were the least biased person I've ever met.
You're so right. I have no bias.
What a model.
Yep.
What a model individual.
And they let me commentate all the time. Dude, where's the car?
Dude, where's Makar? Unfortunately, Makar couldn't get a visa for SGL.
That's right. Yeah, he couldn't pay for a pass, so
He couldn't pay for a pass.
all he had was music. He had a violin that people don't say is a violin, but it's most definitely a violin.
People don't think that's a violin?
Yeah. They say it's they say it's like a cello or something, and I'm like, it's a violin.
It's 100% a violin. A cello's way bigger.
Yeah. It's because Makar is small.
He's also an onion.
He's also an onion. Are you saying onions can't play the cello?
Yes, actually.
Wow, that's mean.
I'm sorry. You had to find out I was a mean person this way.
Nope, and there's another spiky chest. And I don't remember where our keys were.
Apple is playing quite aggressive with these peaks. He tends to go favorably towards... Oh, no, that sucks. Oh, I thought that didn't go off. My bad.
No,
I didn't
it's all
follow.
good.
I didn't hear the bud open up. He tends to go straight to the chuck. There's one of
There's
our
another
shards. Rather than just checking the peak and potentially leaving the room. Which is faster if it's a spiky chest.
More is. if Big Key chest was hinted or not.
I did
Or
not
double Mafia.
notice.
I didn't notice it, but I also wasn't. Wow.
Oh, you know what? I don't think he needs a hint for that. I don't think we've gotten either. I don't think we've seen either dungeon key.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So, like this either has to be a small key or a big key, and he's just gonna store it because it doesn't matter.
Yo, let's go. That is
Nope,
most
that's
definitely
no
not a key chest.
Alright. So I'm crazy.
Yeah.
I guess we peeked something and I missed it.
It is kind of hard to see.
It was probably, you know what? It was probably one of the maze chests.
Probably. Also, Jim is done with Helmrock. He didn't get soft locked.
That's good.
So Jim is starting to break his curse on Helmrock storages.
Break his curse.
Yeah, you know, Jim just likes getting the bird stuck on walls, or maybe the bird just likes being stuck on walls for Jim.
So we're gonna grab a fairy here on Anavo's side, and then instead of using the boss key door, you could just kind of walk through it with storage.
We walk for the side.
That's true. You do walk through the
Seems
side.
like the easiest big key skip ever.
It's like when you need to enter a room quietly. You do that.
I
Just kind of
don't
peek
know
through the
how
door.
to do that.
Well, it's just like that. We got a live demonstration in Wind Waker.
Yo, you mean Breath of the Wild? Sans bottle, ketchup bottle. I think so. This is Breath of the Wild. Don't worry, guys.
I think it is a ketchup bottle.
I don't pay attention enough to the bottle. We don't see it that often.
It's not exactly our favorite item. Unless you get 4 of them, then it's our favorite item.
Alrighty, and Avo is done with his first dungeon as well, with that good old Forbidden Woods.
Honestly, pretty fast Forbidden Woods.
Even though we didn't have grappling hook, a bow, and that's about it.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Advo just go straight to FF and go clear that now.
He does know that his hammer is there.
Yeah, it can be nowhere else.
Also, Jim is on his first trip to Outset now. Surprisingly, he hasn't been here yet. But also, if you watch Jim, it's also very not surprising. Alright, we're gonna get some Orca mail. We gotta find some Night Crest. That's not a Knight's Crest.
That's not a Knight's Crest.
That's a Joy Pendant. I'm waiting for the day he gives me a Knight's Crest. And he's like, give me Knight's Crest. Also, here's a Knight's Crest.
That's literally how it works in vanilla.
Is it really?
Yes, he gives you a Knight's Crest.
That's so weird. Orca's weird. He could have just kept that for himself and just asked us to get one less for him.
Well, he clearly knew that it was some kind of necklace, but like I think he might be a little bit senile.
I thought it's a belt.
You're right.
It's not a necklace.
I think I might be a little bit senile.
Maybe. Alrighty, so Avo's on his way to Angular. We're gonna look at Angular Cave and look at Angular Peak here.
Yo, say hi to the Georgs.
Yo, hi Georgs.
Hi Georgs.
Alright, so Angular Peak is dead.
When are we gonna mispronounce them so bad that they just become George? Like every one of them. George.
Except for one. Alright, so Angular was completely dead. That's pretty cool. Thanks game.
Thanks, game.
Also, we're still it's really not in logic. We're still missing grappling hook. Grappling hook puts pretty much a lot of things in logic.
To be fair,
Yes.
we did get a very early. Oh no, we're not. Never mind. I was gonna say Picto, but it can't be Picto.
It's not. Yo, 4 leathers. Alright, so this is Grandma Mail. There's another Picto box.
Oh, okay, so it can now be.
Alrighty.
That is
Wherever
officially
the
logical.
bottle. Where's the So the sword that was in Lenzo's house is now in logic. And there's that arrow mail sword. We know the last sword is in Forbidden Woods.
Gonna play some tennis again? Or not?
Nope. Oh, I just skipped the first thing. Just skip the first game.
All my homies hate tennis. Very good fight. Like, great RNG, obviously, but also he didn't miss a single quick spin.
Yep. Done that pretty quickly. So we'll see Avo get his vanilla hammer here. It's not a vanilla bow, but it's vanilla hammer at least.
At least.
We got one vanilla item so far, guys.
We do love, you know, as a runner, you want the logic to be pretty good. As a commentator, you want the seed to be as cursed as possible.
Yeah, and there's that hammer.
We will not be seeing a pig eat on Gymnast's side, unfortunately.
He's gonna take a nice little side hop across the bridge here.
It's too slow to play Song of Passing again. And nighttime's useful for a bunch of things.
It's for the people. Hey, now Jim won't have to break into Mesa's house.
True.
And Jim putting that bait that he got to good work.
We like breaking into houses here.
Look at those choo-choos. Those choo-choos have a mission. Yo, stonks.
Stonks. Big Pig and Beetle be talking.
Jim flexing on everybody by clipping into Mesa's house.
That's so good.
It's too slow to open the door. The door.
It plays a cutscene.
It plays a cutscene of opening the door. How could it? That's the biggest flex.
That's so good.
He got it. He got into loading
Is
zone 2.
Tachi logical? I can't remember. Are both of our bows?
Tachi should be in logic.
I think so. I think
We
one
have
of our
the
bows
lead.
was early.
It
have
should
the
all
technology.
be in logic, honestly. Because all our bows are, well, 2 of our bows are in Forsaken Fortress.
True. You're right. You're right. I forgot about that.
So it should just be in logic now. Yo, we have enough bait. Let's feed the fishmen. Give them some... They're probably hungry. We don't feed them anymore.
It's been a fast seed so far. We could see Advo just go straight to Tachi next.
Maybe. It would. This has been kind of a dungeon rush.
A little bit. I mean, it's honestly a really good play, though. Do we finish all dungeons before 1 hour? I think so.
Maybe.
Also seeing some golfing
Yo.
on Gymnast's side.
Hole in 1.
That's not supposed to be hard, but I have absolutely pushed the nut the wrong way. Ooh, and just missing the ladder on Avo's side.
Oh no, Avo's gonna roast me because this is how I normally do it. Jim did this earlier. It's fine. Yo, there we go. Good second try.
Oh god, Sebastian.
Dude, that C has
Sebastian
on a
was
mission.
getting real close.
He's on a mission. Oh, and Jim is going into Tower of the Gods before going into Forbidden Woods.
I think it makes sense. Forbidden Woods is a really fast go mode, whereas Tachi is not.
We do know from the information we have it's indeed not go mode, but
And
honestly, this is
do
a pretty slow dungeon.
We still don't know where our grapple is.
That's
Tachi
true.
is more logical.
Avo still doesn't have Forest Pearl yet, and I don't remember where it was.
Yeah, we
I
were
didn't
talking
hear
about
about
banger songs that are not Mulgara the other day. The first half, the climb of Helmrock, I genuinely think is a bop.
Woundfall. I love Woundfall.
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 Yo, shout out to Woundfall. So we'll probably see Avo do, because he hasn't done Killer Beats yet apparently. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Woundfall.
And there's most likely our small key.
Hey, it could be the big
It
key.
could be the big key.
Are you saying
The big key.
the big key? Alright, we're gonna kill that bubble because he's kind of annoying. It is a small key.
It is a small key.
And grappling hook is still
didn't-
out of our reach.
It didn't drink its milk when it was younger, so it's only a small key.
Oh. That's what happens when you don't drink your milk.
That's what happens when you don't drink your milk. You're a small key.
You don't drink your grandma's soup. You don't turn into a big key.
We're all big keys at heart, though.
Are we? Anyways, I was about to do some Helm Rock. We did see Jim get some pretty good RNG from this. So hopefully
Start
Bird.
of Hachi looking very empty.
So hopefully Bird behaves. Bird is behaving today by the looks of it.
Clean. And no soft blocks on either side. That's great.
Do you have Tachi key energy? You only need one. Alright, now we're going for some quick spins here.
To be fair, I think I'd rather be a small key than a big key, because we can skip every single big key. There are small keys we require. You know, just like friends.
We do require one small key here for this dungeon at the very end.
I'd rather be a required small key than an unrequired big key.
Maybe let's just put big key on stone tablet and we'll call it a day.
Ew.
Friends are friends. Confirmed. Also, Avo having 4 shards now and just finishing up FF here. If our I can't wait for Kit to mark it when he opens the door, because he's a door splitter.
Door splitter.
Just like Jim. Oh my goodness. Alrighty.
And we are seeing Advo go back to outside.
Hey, you gotta save Grandma and Big Pig. We gotta save Big Pig. Big Pig's in trouble.
You do have to Big Pig's in big trouble.
Legally required to save Big Pig.
Big Pig, big problem.
Oh my goodness.
He ate too much.
Excuse me. I just hiccuped. Avo is going all sorts of places.
That is, I don't think I've ever seen.
Avo needs more money.
Avo needs more money.
Look, guys, we did it. He's so cool now. He jumped across the ledges.
He's gonna be so upset when he opens, when he gets Big Pig to dig up the stone. It's a silver rupee. It's gonna be like this.
Avo looks like he's also buying a pair.
I would have to assume so because he shouldn't be buying bait.
Yeah, I can't wait for him to buy bait. He forgot unless he didn't get jebaited earlier. I'm pretty sure he did. Actually, there were stomps here, I guess.
Avo make a big one in a Tesla investment.
Hey, you know, call or click today.
Call or click today.
Big investment.
1-800-ADVOCATE.
Goodness. Please don't call that. Yo, Big Pig does have pedal cash. Oh my goodness, I didn't even think about that.
I'm telling you, they're in cahoots.
Alright, now we get sad grandma music. Earlier when Jim came to save grandma, he got the normal house theme where it goes dun 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 and all that. So now we get sad grandma theme, and that's because we have a shield.
We are also about to find out what our force check is in Tachi.
To Sans smile.
The worst feeling is when it's a small key because you didn't need to pick one up.
Yo, it's $50.
It stole the $50 from the pillar nearby.
You're so right. There's like a little tingle rupee just chilling out. It's one of Avo's favorite spots to get money in Spoiler Log. Because it's just there. It's free.
It's just right there. Exactly.
Yep.
It's not out of your way. Even.
Oh yeah, that's right. Mini boss is a small key. I don't remember that. Deluxe pick though. So Avo will be able to check Mineko and Pompey and Vera. Unless those were both hinted as well and I just forgot.
I think we just need delivery bag and then we can full clear windfall, right?
No, because we don't have the letters.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Unless you can magically make Maggie and Moblin's letter appear.
I mean, you know, the post office is just a little slow.
Alright, we're gonna see a pig eat and go.
Wee pig.
Dude, that big pig flew so far. Also, Jim is doing boomer strats. to get the second statue across because
Ooh.
he missed. That's unfortunate. I don't think his camera was over enough.
I don't think so either.
I think he was just a little too far to the left.
I'd like to be clear that I don't think I know why we call it boomer strats.
I have no idea.
fact-
I'm too young to know.
I'm too young to know. We have several strats that we don't. That was just enough, I'm pretty sure. Call boomer strats since they're from like 2006. Oh, okay, yeah.
That was years ago.
That
dude.
was the 60s.
Dude.
There's a 6 in it, that's how I know.
When 2006, I was in kindergarten, dude. I was a
You were in
baby.
kindergarten?
Yeah.
I
baby.
was... I think I was just about to enter high school.
You're so old.
I guess I'll just leave then. Like,
You just know it's old. I'll go with 2011. Was that light arrows on top of headstone? It's either that or a letter, but it looked like something.
it looked like something interesting.
It was either that or Moblin's letter. It could also just...
Get up there, it's like a yellow rupee.
I can't see.
I can't either. That is a letter.
That is Maggie's
That's
letter.
Maggie's letter.
I was completely wrong. It looked yellow. Alrighty, now we're on our way to Shark Island
note
to
to
go
Mom.
fight Cyclos.
No, Tom was in FW, I think.
There's delivery
There's
bag.
delivery bag.
So that's pretty cool.
We did not store any letters. Or at least not on Jim's side.
Nope. It's pretty cool. So now Jim will have a way to mail those letters now, whenever he gets them.
And we're gonna go play target practice with a frog on a cloud.
That's a god.
I think it's a frog on a cloud.
It's just a god. He's
Listen, I've watched Dragon Ball. I know how the anime works.
yeah. It's a fraud.
It's a fraud.
It's a fraud.
Actually, I'm pretty sure the fraud is Big Pig and Beetle.
Yeah. Alrighty, Jim killing these keys in this room with boomerang.
They are very cursed keys. It's not a bad idea to kill them.
Yep.
There's the yellow rupee.
Yo, let's go. There's a heart waiting for Jim. Now he's healthy. The keys just love Jim so much. They just want to give their heart.
So it looks like Advo's gonna go check Ice Ring.
Ooh, Jim getting stuck on the collision there.
He's fine.
He's fine. I mean, I'm not saying it's up. I'm saying what I saw.
Well, I mean, the rest of us can see too. Well,
Well, that's not true.
yeah,
Some
you know
people-
what? Some people can't.
That's, yeah. Alright, so now we're heading off the ice rink. Meanwhile, Jim is finishing up here this,
Commentary with assisted
yes.
descriptors.
Jim is finishing up with this Tachi. There is this Wizrobe here now. He's kind of a pain as well.
He's a bit of a booty.
He's dead now. The Keys honestly are more terrible than the Wizrobe. Keys will ruin your day without fail. There's light
There are
arrows.
lights. So Bolok Bow.
Yep.
We are shockingly close to go mode.
We do need.
We know
we're
where all
missing
we know where
some
all of our
shards.
swords are,
Yep.
and we're missing some shards.
Some shards. Oh, and there was sand's falling into a hole.
That's how Undertale started.
I've never played Undertale.
We can't be friends anymore.
Oh, okay. Let me just leave then.
No, Crystal, I was kidding. It's a very good game.
So I've heard. Also, Avo is determined to be able to do Tachi later. Fair enough to him.
Yeah, Evo is looking to
Ooh,
try and
there's a
save some
spiky
dungeon time where he
chest.
can. And to be fair, he's done 2 dungeons, so it makes sense.
Well, he could save time.
That was not a spiky chest.
This is a spiky chest right here.
I was talking about top of waterfall.
I'm talking about the one Jim is storing.
Well, we were looking at different chests.
Apparently, I'm talking about how if this is like a shard or something, Avo just cannot save time, and Tachi, he's gonna have to full clear.
Mm-hmm. Which is a shame, but it happens.
You know, it'd be like that. Some days you wake up and you just have to full clear Tachi when it's almost entirely go mode, but that's how the randomizer works. You didn't. I shouldn't look at chest on stream, but how else am I gonna know if they stored something good?
Exactly.
Come on, Linkle. Also, there's a lot of fairies up here. There's some in the pots, and when you kill that BMOS, one pops out. It's great.
We've seen a lot of Tachi Biki skips in this tournament.
So this is how you do it, by the way. We're climbing up more walls because
thank you.
Jim likes showing off his climbing skills.
Well,
He's a certified climber, you know.
He's a top Breath of the Wild speedrunner.
He is a top Breath of the Wild speedrunner.
I heard he's gotten interested in Wind Waker recently.
Yeah, you know, Wind Waker's pretty
just
cool
recently
game.
though.
Yeah.
What the heck?
Alright, we stored Cabana Deed.
Advo just splooshed on land? No big deal?
Hey, you know, it's gotta be. Yes, I don't know what walls are actually. They're invisible.
A suggestion.
Also, we can't hear Godan's music, but it's really good.
It is also really good.
Instead, we get very soft windfall music. You can barely hear. I don't know why the game does this. It's weird.
Soft windfall?
Yeah.
It sounds like something you shouldn't say.
It's just soft windfall
I
music.
know
It's like low. It's not like lo-fi, but
it's not quite. It's like ASMR. Should we be ASMR?
No, I do not want to do ASMR. You're not doing ASMR windfall right now. Alright. So we're gonna see Avo not get into Linzo's house right now. He'll try again, don't worry.
These hand respawns kind of cursed.
Yeah, Godan is kind of a troll sometimes. He decides when he wants you to attack him. But Avo about to get his fully upgraded sword here. And the other thing, the other shard. So he needs 3 more, and one of those is one of them is the Godan shard. So really, we're just looking for 2 more shards, and we'll be in go mode. I can't with the sand sounds sometimes.
It's so good.
It's so good though. Meanwhile, Jim is just vibing out with Godan. We have to go forward with caution. I guess Godan doesn't trust us enough. So he has to tell us. 24/7 chill lo-fi for studying and saving Hyrule. No new songs, no repeats.
No hesitation.
Dude.
Better, faster, stronger.
There's our last Tingle statue. Thank you, Pompey and Vera.
Godan's theme totally has workout music energy. We're gonna show.
Yo, the blue rupee. And now we're gonna go catch Ivan. He's running. Ivan will get away from you. We didn't see it on Jim's side because Jim caught Ivan, but Anton will talk to you if you get too close while you're trying to roll into Ivan. That's annoying.
I'm a little confused what just happened on Advo's side. Didn't Advo just show up a picture of Pompey and Vera to Minenko?
Huh?
I thought Advo just showed a picture of Pompey and Vera to Minenko. Am I blind?
You are very much blind. He took one photo for he took one photo since Minenko only wants a color shot of her. Well, it's weird, but
she wants a color shot of her in 2/3, according to Jim.
Dude, it's been so long since I took photography class. So it looks like Jim was not able to do something.
He was trying to go up to top of tree branch using the...
So Jim will not know that is bottom. He does not need it later. Actually, he won't be able to pick it up at all, so he's either going to gamble that being nothing, or have to do it again later. He'll probably just assume it's nothing and hope for the best, and it'll work out for him because it is just a bottle up there. But Jim going into his final dungeon, he will be collecting some nice fangs here. They are pretty close.
A pretty nice dungeon, honestly.
Jim will be able to do checks Avo hasn't done because Jim does have that delivery bag, so he'll be able to mail off any mail that Avo doesn't have, like that note to mom.
For sure.
He hasn't been to Headstone yet, so he doesn't know about the Maggie's letter.
Ooh, spiky just there. It's very hard to tell who might be in the lead right now.
Yep. Especially since we know Tachi doesn't really have anything, and Kreve having
having a shard.
So we are looking for one
more
more shard for
and
go
then we're
mode.
Can
Mila
we get
will
the
not
sub
have it.
1 hour go mode?
Mila will not have it for us. Season 3 Kreve returns. He doesn't have light arrows though. Silly Symphonic. So if Avo does win here, this will be the end of SGL Live for us at least.
For Wind Waker
For Wind Waker Randomizer. Actually, no.
The stream will stop
Yo,
instantly.
it's the green rupee!
Rupee! The odds of it are so low.
What great RNG.
I love how excited we are for the things that aren't good.
Jim with the Avo strats. Hey, I mean, we did.
It's a good strat.
It is a good strat. Jim is not having fun with it though. I promise it does work, Jim. It's kind of awkward with the camera angle that he had though. Usually you just want to like run just straight up the tree. On the backside, at least. We saw Avo do it earlier. Yes, everybody say hi to Greg. It was a green rupee. It wasn't the green rupee. Yes, everybody wave at the camera. Wave, wave, wave. There you go. Jim's gonna do a slightly different strat. Since we still don't have grappling hook. Actually, never mind. He's gonna turn around. Just kidding. He's gonna try this now.
Back it up, back it up.
Back it on up. We gotta collect. We're gonna collect some magic.
And what are we in transparent chests?
There.
That's our grapple. Our grappling hook was locked behind FF. We finally found logic.
Oh my goodness. We do know the scale wall is nothing, and now Avo will be heading off into Tachi.
I always like this strat that Jim's doing.
Oh yeah.
It's just a fun one.
It's a fun little strat. It's slightly different from what we saw Avo do, where he went into the bulb and just sailed on over to where this door is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a different strat. There's a, well, I don't know all of the grappler strats in Forbidden Woods, but those are the two that I know of. There's probably other ones that somebody's gonna be like, oh look, you can do this, and I'm like, that's cool, I'll never do it. It looks hard. Jim running a bit low on magic here.
He'll be fine.
Forbidden Woods, because Forbidden Woods is you can show me the world of grappleless everything. I don't want that.
Jim, I'm gonna do the peak strat here.
We
but
do
of
know
course,
that this
we
is
do know this is spiky.
So we will have to get it. Sure.
I don't think I've seen people climb up this way.
I have not either, but Jim's out of magic. Oh, and he made it.
Oh, that sword slash was honestly really good. And then
Dude,
killing the peacock for the fans. Let's go.
For the fans, definitely not because they were on top of him and going to knock him off the platform.
It was for the fans. How dare you?
Definitely for the fans. Oh, Jim not sword slashing took that little bit of damage.
Jim doesn't have magic.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't think he
he
knows he doesn't have magic. I think he's just forgetting right now that Fire and Ice Arrows need one little bar of magic. One little tick.
I don't actually. There might be magic in this room, but I have no idea. Nope.
There's magic when you kill the Mafia mini boss. That's definitely helpful at
Really
that
useful
point.
then.
Yeah, let's just kill Mothula Mini-Boss.
To be fair, you could have killed it with hammer too, and it's actually a bit faster.
Yeah, Hammer does instant kill Mothula Mini-Boss. I find Hammer sometimes is kind of weird to do because if you jump slash, sometimes you just hop on over.
So Jim with his last sword, and we know Ice Ring has our last bow.
Yep.
Honestly, very, very close right now. Especially since Tachi is really slow, where Advo is right now, and Advo kind of has to clear the entire thing. He's not going to find a shard in here.
Advo is going to go check Hop Across. He is one item from Go Mode. So he's going to check this. He's going to be sad to find out it's Big Key. Oop, and we dropped it.
The big key.
But, you know, it's that one item from Go Mode. You don't want to hop across. Be no reason you don't do it.
Advo's the only one who I've seen do that backflip strat.
I backflip, but I usually stand on top of this. I usually, like, I'll be on the switch and then I backflip. You don't have to watch and, like, turn around and be like, whoa, it's a door. It opened.
That was a really quick soft reset, by the way.
Yeah, he can tell immediately by the little jewels that are on the chest that it wasn't anything
yes,
of
the
it.
little
It was also just not spiky,
The
so he
little
didn't
jewels.
care.
True, it wasn't spiky.
So that's a bit of time save Jim has over Advo just by not doing it at all. We got some nice hits. We're gonna see another bomb ledge clip. Jim did this earlier as well.
This is one I should really practice.
It is pretty cool.
I just like the statue knowing that it has someone it can rely on.
Like Boomerang.
Like Boomerang.
What if we make a Boomerang statue? Then it really won't go away. Jim not using Fire Nice arrows here to
Boomerang statue.
not
Yo, what if
do
the
the thing.
what if the Wind Waker randomizer trophy was just a boomerang? I mean,
By the
maybe-
way, if you have Fire and Ice arrows on those bulbs, you can just instantly burn them away.
Yeah, I feel like maybe he was trying to conserve arrows, or maybe he just didn't think about it.
He does only have 3 arrows. He does have more than enough.
Advo having fun here.
Yep. Also, looks like Jim's gonna go check Big Key chest, so I guess in a way, Advo and Jim both did something that the other runner didn't do. The trophy should be Trevor. It is not. It is not the Rainbow Ruby. I hate to break it to you.
That would be pretty great, though.
It would be pretty great. Alright, Jim realizing that is a key. So he's just not gonna bother. Although at that point I probably would just scrapped it. Although who knows if it was small key or big key. Since the game's like, oh hey, yeah, Boomerang, let's put small key and big key chest. Joke's on you.
It's such a troll thing in vanilla.
It's so good though. It's so funny
It's
here.
so good.
I swear hitting those bulbs with Boomerang is sometimes the hardest trick in the world, and I don't know why. I always only hit one sometimes.
It's a common problem. And we got the little Mafia babies who are just happy to kill themselves.
Avo brought himself a friend into First Armist Knights. The other ones are dead now. But Avo brought a friend. He needs moral support because he can't hear us, right? This is why he brought the statue.
Yeah, he doesn't need it for the tempo. It's just because he can't hear
Yep.
us.
Yep.
Whenever Advo runs, he just needs us commentating, and then that's his moral support.
Yeah, he needs a friend.
But he
Actually-
can never hear us. It's really sad.
Yeah.
It's a very good Cowie from both sides.
Yeah. Done. It's done.
It's honestly like 12 seconds. It's so funny.
Alrighty, so Jim is done with his dungeons before Advo is. Advo has cleared more overworld though than Jim. But Jim will be able to go from here to probably Ice Ring. Actually, no. Yeah. We did get a sub 1 hour all dungeons. Yay!
True.
We did it! Good job, Jim. Woo! Did it! And that is the 1 hour mark.
Now it's gonna come down to just where is that? Well, how long for gymnast to go to ice ring, and where is that last shard?
Jim not realizing. I don't know how Jim is going to get past this without grappling hook. I don't know any strats for this.
I don't either. I'm prepared to be excited, but I might just be like, oh.
There is not one.
Oh, but is there a P?
Oh, is there? I have no idea. I've not been able to find one.
Okay, so just making a minor, miscalculation.
It's fine. Honestly, I just hope it isn't anything and move on.
What was top of tree branch again?
It was a bottle.
Okay, so it's not really gonna affect him.
Yeah. Honestly, I just cry on the inside if it's required, and
very good command skip from Advo.
Yep, that is Tanjo's new setup.
And
oh, very nice.
That is a really difficult timing and movement to get.
It's
if you move against the wall just a little too much, you get a PP hop and you just don't make it.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty unforgiving.
It's really rough.
So Jim is about to check his mail here, his note to mom mail that he got.
I don't think we haven't seen this yet.
No, because Ava doesn't have delivery bag. There's a Joy pendant, we already knew that. That was Orca mail.
You ever, accidentally paying for 200 mail?
And it's a treasure chart. So it could be, the last shard could be in the cabana, if I'm remembering right. Who's winning? I can't say Godan because Jazz didn't ask who's ahead.
It's honestly really hard to tell. Advo has a bit more overworld done than Gymnast. But Jim has all 3 dungeons done. Advo is going through his last.
Yeah, it's creep. Jim hasn't done creep yet. Alright, Jim's gonna see this bottle up here and be kind of sad, but it's the way of the world. Wow, Jim does not like those bushes. You do not have to cut down those bushes for the peak, by the way. Oh, Jazz has audio now. Oh, right, Jim hasn't gotten this picto box yet.
No, Jim hasn't.
It's not like it's gonna do anything for him, but you definitely.
Well, we know that.
We know that.
We know that.
So Jim's gonna go pick up his deluxe picto here after being stuck on some collision because Forest Haven's a bit jank sometimes.
Dive bomb keys.
Like I said, remember when Jim killed these keys with boomerang earlier? This is why.
Honestly, it's a totally fair decision.
These keys are the worst. Ooh, Avo
just a little shy.
Yeah, the platform just dropped just a little bit too close.
I find that when the keys attack you once, they're more likely to attack you again.
They're aggressive, man. They are out for blood. They're like vampires.
They just want to make friends with Advo then.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's why they keep attacking him.
They all want to get together and watch Hotel Transylvania.
Exactly.
Exactly. That's what vampires do.
Alrighty, Jim is about to go pick up his light arrows here. He's on his way to Ice Ring. We'll probably see Jim peek Angular as well on his way down. I guess the real question is, because I guess this is now either behind delivery bag or it's on Fire and Ice. Maggie's was on top of Headstone.
Did we get a hint for Fire Mountain?
I don't know. It's dead. Oh, okay. Thank goodness.
Thank you.
Fire Mountain's so the worst island.
Fire Mountain.
Yo, let's go. That's the best one. Wait, now why aren't we getting that? It could be there. This is an RSL, remember?
It's an RSL.
It's actually in Logic. Time to go to Fire Mountain. Alrighty, Evo moving this the very last statue down. He's gonna be real excited about this last chest, and he's gonna be real disappointed when it's not the yellow item that he wants. It's most definitely just gonna be a Cabana
I'm pretty
deed.
excited when I want Doritos, and it turns out to not be Doritos.
What did they turn out to be then?
Wasn't it dead?
Huh?
I forget what it was.
It was Cabana deed.
Hmm.
Similar letters. Dead, deed. There's an A in there. I was like, oh man, this might be my go mode. You can't tell, but I promise. Dude.
It would be really exciting if it was a go mode.
It would be really exciting.
To finish Tachi and just be like, oh, what a convenient location for the warp to be.
Yeah. Not Jim. Evo having a bit of trouble with his storage here.
It is a bit
kidding,
of a...
got it.
Yeah. Bomb push storage is always a bit awkward. We used to, prior to CTMC, that was a big key chest, and it's one of the few that actually has a slightly different model. So if bomb push became even harder because it was just different.
Yo, look at that bomb drop. That bomb drop didn't even hit the floor. Angular Cave is not spiky. Angular was completely dead.
Unfortunately.
And Jim on his way to Windfall to go do his Windfall checks. We'll be checking out Kareeb and Transparent Chests and all of the checks here he hasn't done.
Where was Maggie's letter again?
Headstone.
Headstone,
Top
that's
of
right.
Headstone. Jim has not been there yet. That would be Pog. Poggers. Here comes the Gargaron. Alrighty. Evo getting through his Tachi Biki skill.
Get to hear the banger.
Oh, you're right, Crane. Thank you. You're not up here to do it for me.
Sorry, it's very important that the commentators get their
bonus.
Twitch channel points.
I need my bonus points. I mean, how else am I going to unlock a random sub emote, send a message in sub only mode, highlight a message, choose an emote to unlock, and modify a single emote?
It's true. It's true.
I don't know what emotes SpeedGaming 3 has, but they might be cool. They're
might
probably
be,
cool.
There's probably a banger in there.
Yo, look at all those emotes. See, look. I mean...
Listen, our runners get dopamine every time they see a spiky chest. We need something.
Also, now we can hear Godan's music. Alright, Jim about to pick up that last shard. Or not his last shard. The one that Advo has over him. So now, Jim is... Well, both Jim and Advo will be one item from Go mode. Advo having cleared a little bit more overall. Oh, right, this is spiky. Because this is grappling hook. Rip.
Rip.
Jim's dreams are dashed.
It puts everything in logic, though.
You can tell Jim did not want that grappling hook there.
Jim... I feel like Jim might go to Private Oasis, in part just because it's a good place to refill arrows.
So Jim still has Cabana, he has Needle Rock, and Headstone, obviously. It's gonna be a race in higher. It might be.
It's honestly that close, yeah.
Yeah, I will definitely go to Cabana here after this. It's right there. You might as well. There's not gonna be another time for this. We're gonna wait and see what Cabana has for us. Everybody pause.
I think at this point, the later the last shard is, the better it is for Jim. Yeah. The earlier, the better it is for Advo. Just because we know Jim is currently doing checks that aren't going to be it.
Yeah. He's doing checks. Avo's done. Where's last shard? That's a good question. I'd like to know.
Did Zunari get hinted?
Nope.
No. It could also be Zunari.
It could also be on Zunari. We'll see. If it's here, this is really good for Avo. If it's not here, and it's on like Zunari or something, this is really good for Jim. We're on a treasure hunt for some cheese.
Which, to be honest, is the goal of life, too.
True. I wake up every day and I'm like, I'm on a treasure hunt for some cheese. Joshy, I think you should be here instead. I can't. You know, you're a lot smarter than me. I didn't even consider that, actually. It is in an unchecked location.
Did Advo ever shoot Tingle?
Huh?
Could it be on Tingle?
I think Tingle Island's hinted dead.
Is it?
Alrighty, it looks like Jim is on his way to go get that thing, the flower, and by that also gonna need a rock, unless it was hinted at. I honestly don't remember at this point. And that is not spiky.
Not spiky? Hate to see it.
There is one more chest in here for Advo. If it's spiky, this could be really good. If it's not, Advo's gonna be real sad.
Ghost ship chart.
It's not.
No.
So this is pretty good for Jim right now.
This is a very, very tight race.
That's not spiky. So Jim will get the flower here, and he'll go and check Needle Rock chest, and obviously cave as well. Avo is probably on his way to Windfall to go pick up Town Flower, also give Maggie's letter. And I think he also still needs to mail off a note to Mom, unless he did that as well at Cabana.
I'm pretty sure he did that already. Didn't he?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, no.
Alright, so Avo will check his mail here.
His mayor.
His mayor.
Mayor advocate.
Mayor advocate. Dude, this is a tight race. This really comes down to, oops, I checked the right place, I guess.
Also just incredible. I mean, obviously the seed has been pretty fast, but incredible pacing too. An hour 12 and we are almost full clear.
So once again, if Jim does win this race, we do have another game. Because, you know, we gotta determine a winner. Avo has one win right now.
It would be pretty exciting to have it come down to a match point on either side.
Now, please don't scream in people's ears. That's not very... I don't think they appreciate that.
I mean,
Alrighty.
you don't judge.
Ooh, that's spiky. No. I would... If I was Jim, I'd go check that first.
I'd go straight to that too.
This could just be Moblin's letter or Ghost Ship chart. We still have just a tiny bit of bait left. There's that last shard.
So Jim is go mode.
Jim is in go mode. Avo will not be far behind, actually, depending on what he does here at Windfall.
I would assume he's going to go Great Fish Needle Rock.
So Avo will be getting a Town Flower here, and depending on what else he decides to do, he's gonna... Okay. So I think he's already watched this cutscene. So Avo will pick up this, whatever Cafe Bar Postman has for us. Mirror shield. So we do know that that's bait. That's nothing. Avo is probably on his way to Greyfish and therefore Needle Rock as well. So Avo will not be too far behind. I think Jim will have a good amount of lead on Avo going into Hyrule. But yes, the seed was pretty crazy.
It was an interesting one. No dungeon was completely dead.
Yeah.
It's always nice.
Oh, we don't want Tingle Mail? This is blasphemous. And it's not like Evo did anything wrong per se. It's just
It honestly, it came down to a bit of luck.
it did come down to a bit of luck because both these runners, once again, are exceptional runners.
But honestly, even then, super, super close race.
Yep.
Yeah, so we are seeing Advo go Great Fish. Same thing. Gonna get go mode in a moment.
I would just like to say as well, it feels like we've been here forever, but we are 115 into this seed and we're
Oh yeah,
at
this
the
is officially like a 125 or lower.
end. Yeah.
Like that's insane.
I'm honestly surprised.
Isn't our fastest recorded seed a 110
It's like a
or 120?
109.
109.
Set by Advo, actually. I think Advo got a lower time.
I think so.
I think the 109 was by Advo because he was talking about how if he could hover, it would have been like a 106 or something.
Interesting choice to do the leaf over strat when you know
Yeah,
you
I'm
gotta keep
surprised.
sailing.
He does have hook shot. You know,
Probably just like a slip of the mind.
yeah,
Happens. Happens.
it'd be like that.
You're definitely gonna see both runners in high roll at the same time, and who knows? Maybe someone will die to PG.
You mean Jim?
I mean,
I guess Advo could.
Avo could too.
Jim did not want that magic. He broke that skull, saw the magic, and it was like, nope, don't want you anymore. That poor skull. Alrighty, and Avo on his way to Needle Rock, about to go pick up his go mode. Not realizing that Jim is about to kill Phantom Ganon 2. This is the second iterate. It's the sequel. We're just not in for second fortune. That sword is in the pot.
And just like most sequels,
thought
it's
Jim
a
was
little
gonna-
worse than the original.
I thought Jim was gonna pick up the pot. But he didn't.
Avo most likely going to see the spiky chest and do the same thing Jim did.
Maybe. Probably. I would if I was Avo.
I would too.
Since you're only one item from go mode. It's just like
It's just always
checking
worth
hop
it.
across. There's that spiky chest. Avo melting that ice. Not needed though because he's about to pick up his go mode. Meanwhile, Jim is running up the stairs. He's zooming. Yeah.
He did tell me he's been practicing his BLJs. I need full double magic, full arrows, everything you could want.
And Jim going into the Puppet Ganon fight right as Avo is watching the Triforce
Clean
cutscene.
first shot,
Very nice opening shot. Ooh, that was really close. Just a little bit
slightly
over.
early, but honestly perfect.
That was also very
That
close.
was insanely close considering how hard that shot was.
Jim was unfortunately not able. Oh, nice second shot. Wow, that
Just
was close.
above.
And the
and
tail
cut
is
the
coming.
tail down.
Oh
Oh,
man,
that's
it's gonna
the
be.
worst.
There we go. By the way, if you cut down that tail, it's almost impossible to hit it ever again. The
so it's-
hitbox is way weirder, and PG likes to spin. So when he spins, the tail spins around in little circles, and it's impossible to hit because it's so tight.
It's so unfortunate that your arrow can cut it down too.
So on to phase 2 here. Shocking, we're not done. I'm so sorry to everybody thought
I
that
hate
PG
Jim,
was
please.
just one
Why?
phase.
It makes me dizzy.
I do it too, honestly. Alright. Oh, was only able to get one grip there. One shot.
It happens sometimes.
Unfortunately, the positioning can be kind of weird.
So the way that fire, ice, and light arrows work is that the amount of delay between your next shot isn't actually like something that's coded in specifically. It's coded in as like the particle effect. And we can make that go way faster by hitting PG's body a little bit.
Yeah, if you've ever like if you ever shot the arrow at a wall or something, it'll last longer than if you just
Trog.
hit. No, Trog. It'll be faster than, or not hitting the wall. Hitting PG's tail is obviously.
Honestly, very, very clean PG through
Yeah.
and through.
not going to be a sub 120. That's kind of cringe, but it's okay. We'll take a sub 125.
You say that as if it is an insane time.
I know. You can hear Jim just mashing away for rope climb. It's so funny.
It's so good. I'm a little sad. We're probably not gonna get to hear Sans rope climb this race.
You hope Eva makes it to rope before Jim finishes. It's gonna. I don't.
Jim is already entering the Ganon fight, and the thing is that the Ganon fight is on a script basically that is super fast.
And Jim
like
still
under a
has
minute.
soup as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think Ava will be able to, unfortunately, make it to rope. Honestly, Ava will probably be at staircase when Jim finishes.
Bufford Pogslite. Drinking the Gma soup.
Soup, soup, soup. Yeah, Ava will be at staircase when Jim finishes. But regardless, this is a very good race from both of them.
Oh, for sure. Very close. Could have easily gone either way.
Oh my goodness. It's fine. Ganon never turned around to look at Zelda. He's too busy slashing at the wall, the barrier that's there. Jim is a little closer. I can also hear Avo's controller as he's climbing stairs. It's
As
great.
he's rolling.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's got a real rhythm to it.
Dude, that RNG
That's-
is actually
That
terrible.
was a really bad RNG.
Ganon's being mean, but it's fine. You can see Ganon walking over there right away. It was a little shot, but Ganon's just moonwalking. Alrighty, but that is going to be GG for Jim,
GG for
finishing
Jim.
with a time of 1:21:39. Meanwhile, Avo's at the end of staircase.
So close. Very good race, though. Really did just come down to Nito Rock.
Jim, do a flip. Let's not.
Let's not say we did.
Yeah! Yep.
Yep.
Reset. Yay! Yeah, they're just standing up there talking. But shout out to Bracket Reset.
Shout
Here they
out.
come. They're coming to vibe with us. There's a microphone.
Wait, pass the mics.
Past the mic.
But-
They're like over there.
oh. I'll switch places with you, yeah. Just watch this cord.
Y'all can sit over there.
Okay.
Y'all can. No!
Commentators
It's fine.
on the left.
That did my laptop. So, GG to both of you.
Yes, GG's,
I
GG's.
can't hear any of you, but that's okay. I can hear you in spirit.
You guys can't.
I can hear
Oh,
you
we can
now.
hear you now.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
All right. I can
Jim
hear you
sounds
both
different
now.
in your ear.
It's very personal now.
It's very personal.
Hello.
Hello. This is actually
Hello.
more ASMR. But yeah, GG to both of you. It was honestly pretty close. Honestly, it came down to Jim doing Needle Rock, and
Yeah, for sure.
it was just unlucky for you. Because if it was in
But-
Cabana, you would have. We would
Also,
be talking
like,
different a story here.
besides that, it was also just like, I went into Tachi because it wasn't hinted Baron, and then delivery bag prevents it from being hinted Baron because
Right.
the location cannot be, and then it opens up so much stuff, so that I followed those checks. I was like thinking about I'm an overworld player, do I just do Great Fish Needle Rock before
Yeah.
Tachi, but I was like, I kind of want to like play this with delivery bag. Then I didn't.
Fair enough.
Tachi wasn't hinted Baron.
Yeah, I mean, you also
But
had
that's how it goes.
Cabana Deed was also
yeah,
in
it hit
there.
delivery bag and Cabana Deed.
It was great.
Yeah.
That's what you stored.
Yeah, I mean,
I
the
know.
the reason I didn't go to Cabana was because I didn't get grappling hook until like after doing all of the windfall stuff, and I had already
yeah.
set
Yeah.
up Zunari quest at that point, and so that's why I was committed to going to Great Fish Needle Rock at that point.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Absolutely.
shout out to your grappling hook being locked behind doing FF with 2 loaded dungeons. Both FF and Forbidden Woods were completely loaded.
Both bows.
Which is
in
on
it.
I was like,
brand.
I will find out what I stored in chest and bed later, and then I will get like fire and ice, and like, oh, well, that's obvious now.
Oops, I found out. Fire and Ice. Shocking. That's always more fun that way when you find out.
True.
How about that vanilla skull hammer that was
Yo.
hinted?
Oh yeah,
I
the
was
vanilla
not.
skill.
I was
FF
not-
to FF,
I
baby.
was not expecting it because I think power bracelets were Savage Corp?
Yeah,
Were they?
Savage
Yeah,
Corp.
Okay,
yeah,
yeah. Then
Savage Corp.
I thought that like it was Savage Corp was wallet and the wallet mail was that because then
I don't think.
I think yeah, but
I don't
like
think
still,
it could be though, because you started with hookshot.
Yeah, but it still was like
I think it just had to be.
I was like confused, but like I didn't check my path hints.
Yeah.
So I was like C2 Halmarok. I was like thinking about it, but I guess like it was at some point I was like, yeah, I guess just bombs for like it was just power bases for bombs.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was fun.
But yeah, I just decided, nah, I'm not tracking hints.
It was really fun because I was like, oh man, what if Leaf is just here in paw print? And I was like, yes, grapple skip. You always want your grapple skip seed,
I would have considered it.
but
But the chest was.
it
But the
was
chest was dead, yeah.
It was so dead.
It would have been so hyped though.
It would have been pretty high.
I would have probably tried it.
Yeah. It would have been pretty cool. But unfortunately,
Well, it's good.
yet another day where you don't get to do it in a race.
What if that given it one try?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have lost any more time to that.
Yeah, but
Just
If I failed it, like
sorry, just hearing Sans in the background all of a sudden.
Yeah, great job. It was great. But Jim, you did get to finish your dungeon sub 1 hour.
Yeah, that's true.
That was
I finished
pretty- that
all of them
was
sub
pretty
1
hype.
hour. I delayed basically. Like after doing DRI, I just rushed dungeons
Yeah.
because it just seemed convenient to do.
Right, yeah.
And you
Um,
finished FW, whereas you finished Hachi, I think.
Yeah.
yeah, I just went into FW like 15 minutes in, I suppose, around then. I
Yeah.
had like bombs, boomerang, leaf. What else do
There was
I
a
need?
there was a
Hookshot.
sword
Yeah,
inside.
hookshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to wait for grapple hook just because I'm a little shaky on the non-grapple hook
Ah, yeah.
strats, as
yeah.
was demonstrated during the race.
It was also pretty. I'm pretty sure there's no way to pick the entree branch from the bottom. I've tried my hardest, man.
No, yeah, the reason I went up is because I was like, oh, it's more convenient to do this if, like, I get warped in here from beating Forbidden Woods.
Yeah, but then
But then I'm
oops,
like,
no,
oh, I don't have
right,
a grappling
no
hook.
You're like covering your menu. You're like, huh, my grappling hook's invisible now. Crane, I tried really hard, man. You don't understand. Okay, you try harder. I believe in you, and you can apologize when you can't find one. But yeah, no, you both did great.
I think that's,
Can't
let's
deal
go
with Sans.
Sans.
Can't deal with Sans in my ear.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
you can't. I'll take it all I want.
This is like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just vibing up there.
I think this is the first race where I'm like, actually like, okay with how I played on
Yeah.
console.
Yeah, no,
All my other
honestly.
races were like kind of like a little bit shaky, but this was like the only like real trick I messed up. Like from like the roll clips and storages was like at the bottom of FW in the second room, but I also messed up
Yeah.
on emulator all the time. So
It's funny because you both went to checks that you didn't do in terms of. Well, Jim, you went to Forbidden Woods Big Key Chest, and you went to go check Hoppercross. You were one item away from Go Mode,
yeah,
and
well,
I don't think.
Hoppercross wasn't hinted, right?
No,
No.
Yeah, yeah.
it wasn't.
I was just like I looked at just
wait,
I-
didn't it have to be big key?
It had to be big key, but I was
Yeah.
in there with one item missing, so
Oh,
I
that's
don't
it.
like I don't wait.
Yeah, you
And
did.
Yeah,
then
it
I,
doesn't make
I should
sense
have
to
gotten
me.
it. But the big key was in there. But
Yeah,
I
I was gonna
only
say,
looking
I don't
at-
know why
I
he
was only
didn't
looking
get-
at the spot. I was only looking at the stress for spiky, and then I was instantly soft reset. So I was like, oh, I guess that's big key. I
Oops.
should have gotten that.
Oh, speaking of roll clips, Jim, you did do an unnecessary roll clip into Mace's house just for the
yeah.
flex.
Well, yeah, I was going over there. I was like, I have to climb up this platform anyway. I may as well try the roll clip to save a second, and it worked.
It was
so.
it was just for the flex. It was great.
It was good.
Yeah, no. So now we have a bracket reset. That's pretty
theory.
hype. We got one more game for those trophies. You see them
Let's
right
go.
there.
You can't see them on screen. I
You
think.
can't see them on stream still. I'm so sorry.
But they're very cool.
They are
They're
very
very
cool.
cool. They're very
We
cool.
did choose the design. They're pretty awesome. But yeah,
Yeah. I would
GG to
guess-
both of you.
Yeah, GG's. I
GG's.
guess we will just get our seats and play
Yeah.
play more.
Play
it again,
more
yeah.
Wind Waker. But this
We'll
will
see.
be our
We'll
last
see
race.
if I actually get Dragon Roost Cavern at all this tournament.
I want Wind Temple.
I would prefer not to because I'm not comfortable. Like I'm not the best shooting on the platform on console.
Oh yeah, it is a lot.
Oh
To look
yeah,
for.
yeah. It's a
Yeah.
lot
I don't-
harder.
It's Game Free gonna be restreamed.
I would assume so. There's nothing else going on.
I think
But
so.
we're literally by ourselves in here.
Yeah.
Yep, they're just gonna walk back up there.
We're just gonna play on the same setup and everything.
I
same
think
stream.
we're just gonna
So we're
keep
probably
on
gonna-
keeping on.
Yeah, so we'll probably go back in like 10 minutes when we got our seat
Take
and
a
set
quick
up everything.
break. Yeah, 10 minutes.
Go drink some water.
Go get hydrated.
Very
Yeah,
important.
Stay,
Stay hydrated,
I
everyone.
have my water bottle here.
Don't
See?
forget to
Oh, yeah.
collect.
There's a water bottle.
Don't forget to collect your important channel points.
I
Just-
need my channel points.
need your channel
Yo,
points.
3.4K. But yeah, we'll see you back here whenever they get their seats and we're ready to go.
See y'all soon.
Yay!
Hey. Welcome back, everybody. We are joining in again for game 2/3 with a bracket reset. Advocate versus Gymnast for grand finals here in Wind Waker Randomizer. We're going to get started here in just a second. This match is going to be crazy. If you weren't here for the last one, it was kind of wild.
It was crazy. It really came down to the wire. There was a little bit of an overruled casino for that last Triforce shard, but you know, Gymnast came just ahead and was only a few minutes ahead of Advocate. And you know, personally, I am very hyped for this matchup just in general because for as long as both Advo and Gymnast have been playing, before the last game, they've never had a 1v1 matchup versus each other.
Yeah, and it's been just about 2 years now, I think. And
Just about, yeah.
So this is a matchup I've been also waiting a long time to see. Advocate was our Season 5 setting winner during that tournament, and Gymnast is just fantastic.
Gymnast is Gymnast.
Gymnast is Gymnast.
He's
No
amazing.
introduction needed. So we're all very excited. Advocate came into their grand finals with an advantage, not losing during the winner's side of this tournament. But with Gymnast winning this last match, it's reset. We've got whoever wins this wins it all.
We have Advo versus Final.
We did have, it was Advo versus Vanilla Bow.
Vanilla
so
Bow last time.
Who knows
which
what final's going to lead
Vanilla
to
Bow
us.
didn't get a Vanilla Bow.
That is true. We did get Vanilla Hammer last game, though.
We did get Vanilla Hammer last
so
game.
that was kind of exciting.
Through a Forsaken Fortress leads to Forsaken Fortress hint.
I didn't even read the hints last game. I was sitting in the back.
I was trying to write them down just so that our last two commentators could have them for reference, but these runners just go so quickly.
Yeah, and we're gonna get this started here in just about 10 seconds. So, oh nope, I'm
never
sorry.
mind.
We're getting started here in just a little bit.
We are slightly delayed, but that is okay.
That's okay. These
2:37 world record. Let's go.
great seed time here, folks.
It was a tie. I think we have to do another match since it was a tie.
Another bracket reset. I think
Yeah,
this-
yeah.
And look, they're already set up for it. So.
Perfect.
All right, now we are going to get started here
Alrighty.
in just a few seconds. Seems like our runners are ready. And here we go.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they are off officially. Starting with Leaf.
That is a good start on Dragon
Headstone
Island.
to Cali Damos. Starting with Leaf and having Forbidden Woods. Great seed to Mulgara. We got the Wind
We didn't do
Temple.
our predictions this time.
And DRC.
Interesting.
You know what? We've had Forbidden Woods in almost every seed in this tourney.
This is also one of the few that we have not had Tot G at all, which is kind of
Absolutely,
nice.
yes. Fire Mountain's dead. Progressive bomb bag in Maze
And
Chest.
I think they should go get it. Bomb Island has a bow. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of Bomb Island.
Shield on Small Island Chest. Zunari's dead. Scale
That's
the Wall
really
is
good.
dead. Nidorak Chest has a sword.
These are some really nice hints. I
These
think.
are amazing hints.
I didn't catch a lot of the path hints, but Big Key Chest
Big
in
Key
Forbidden
is-
Woods is vanilla, which is really good for our runners to be able to skip that chest, because that is definitely one of the easiest Big Key skips, I would say, in my opinion at least. Popper Nile, Scale the Wall, dead. Orca, dead.
Letter from Orca isn't the best hit in the world, but you know what? We take it. Also,
Headstone,
bottle
yeah.
right off the bat.
Wow. So we may see an early grandma save here when our runners head to outset for that first
absolutely.
one.
And we see Advo going straight to Crescent Island. Great idea.
I knew Symphonic Link would be happy about that bottle right there. One of our resident grandma runners, always liking to see that grandma save in any seed that happens.
And we get the Sans audio again. I will say, I love that Advo chose to use the Sans model for this tourney.
It's been very, very enjoyable. Getting a nice change of sound from the other Link models. So I don't think anybody else... did anybody else do a different model throughout the tournament?
I'm not quite sure, actually.
I believe Jazz also did Sans, because Advo versus Jazz was also a Sans race. Advo picking up a shield.
Oh, and then we had another shield hinted on small island chest, meaning that is mirror shield right off the bat.
That is mirror shield right off the bat.
Also, Gymnast did not go to Crescent. Gymnast is going straight to Forest Haven and getting that other shield and whatever could be here in on top of Tree Branch.
Very true. We're going to see Advo get Nehru's Pearl. Unfortunately, not needed this seed, but is going to be able to pick up a fairy to go, I would assume, to outset probably pretty soon. Jim's going to be looking at this up here. I don't know. I didn't catch what that was,
I didn't
but
either.
it wasn't needed enough for Jim to go and grab it, so. But it looks like Jim is going to opt to go ahead and grab that chest on top of Small Island here.
Now that early mirror shield, right?
I mean, that's very early angular.
Yes, exactly. Early angular, especially since you're starting with the leaf. And you can see Advo's doing that right now. Unfortunately, he didn't go grab the other. I think this was the shield at least. I don't know. We'll see. Yes?
Yep, so that is the other shield.
So, I mean, had Advo grabbed that, it probably would have been just a little bit more efficient. But
I think we're going to see Advo check to see if the chest is necessary to grab that shield at all.
that's true as well. Sailing to Angular is just super long. But we do have Jim going to Cliff Plat now.
And a spiky chest on top of Angular here. But yeah, it's definitely been a little bit different of a start for our runners throughout, I mean, all of Season 5. I mean, you usually see a good Cliff Plat kind of come right off the bat, I feel like, most times.
Oh, absolutely.
But this has been kind of an interesting one.
I have a feeling Advo is saving that chest to store it to go look at top of Headstone because Headstone is a path.
That would make sense to me.
Also, that was a spiky chest.
So we'll see how this plays off here for Advo. But I do believe you're going to be correct here with Advo storing this chest. We'll see what Advo does here.
Yep.
While
No, Headstone Island being a path to something can always be kind of tricky because it's a matter of, do I wait for bait bag or do I take the gamble on Angular?
Yeah.
At that point.
Advo just definitely opted to take that gamble, and I'm kind of excited to see how it pans out for us today.
Also, Din's Pearl in Cliff Plat, which unfortunately is nothing.
So we have found 2 of our pearls that are of no use. Cliff Plat was dead.
Having a Cliff Plat that's dead.
Yeah, that top chest was a brown chest there. So
Yeah.
Not great, not the worst thing. We're still going to see Jim take that to Bird Peak Rock here to check some stuff out. They do know that there is something in Bomb Island.
That was the bow.
Yes, their bow is in Bomb Island, but nothing to get in there just yet.
I'm very excited to see what is on top of Headstone here. I forget where it exactly was Path 2, but I do remember it was Path.
I love watching storage strats to get to top of Headstone. Is Path of what? Path of Cali Demos?
If this is Boomerang,
Note to
I'll be a little
Mom.
sad.
It is a
bow!
bow! Wow. So that's huge.
That
I'd say
is
that
huge.
is huge.
All right, so we have Headstone to Forbidden Woods, Great Sea to Mulgara, Tingle Island to DRC, and Islet to DRC.
Interesting. Considering the fact that they also already have Leaf, I mean, that could be. Those will be interesting hints to see what they end up being.
Now, with 2 double DRC hints, right? That I think that makes it very unlikely that the that bow is going to lead to grapple. And I think it's more likely to lead to boomerang at this point.
Yeah, we'll see kind of what happens. I think Advo made a good call here, going straight for Cyclos.
Oh, absolutely.
Right after getting that bow. Jim's going to be going right to outside. Did grab a fairy, so we'll be seeing some grandma saving action here. Tingle to DRC is kind of nasty.
I will say, for 3 dungeon race mode that we've been doing for the past 2 seasons, DRC Forbidden Woods and Wind Temple is just great altogether to have as a pair.
Yeah, this is a very. I like the spread of dungeons.
I do.
You have the 2 Forbidden Woods. Ooh, that's not a fun one.
That
to
could that early bow or okay. Excuse me.
We found bombs and Mesa.
Oh, never mind. Scratch everything I was about to say.
Our next logical bow there, or at least another logical bow right there.
Yep.
With being able to get in Bomb Island.
Which could mean fire and ice checks. Very early.
Very early fire and ice
Very
checks.
early fire and ice checks.
This is a start to a seed, that's for sure. We're going to see Jim kind of hit Grandma's house, get that letter from Grandma, and bomb mail at the same time. Definitely a good play there.
There's a lot that Jim can do around here as well. Jim can do golf and take golf into Diamond Step. And I think Advo had not enough height
there.
Unfortunately.
Jim going to be getting that nice Grandma soup here. And then she'll write him a letter. Soup.
Time to get DRC logical last dungeon with statues anywhere. I believe it.
I'm calling all five statues in a single dungeon.
And I mean, you could do, depending on key logic, you can do, I think, all but like 2 or 3 checks in DRC without grapple whatsoever.
There's our first shard underneath Grandma's house. Have to have a conversation with Grandma later why she was storing that away.
She was just trying to help out her son. Or not her son, her grandson.
Fair enough. Let's see if we can find out what this actually was up here. Quiver, potentially?
I could not tell. I hope it's not something super important. Because Jim opted not to grab it.
I'll be curious to see what this actually ends up
We
being.
have a mispeak this early in.
It was a quiver.
It was a quiver. You know what? I give props to Advo for grabbing that. However, you don't have Tower of the Gods, so it's not going to be super useful altogether. But having just arrows in general.
I do wonder if he thought it was something else, like maybe a Tingle statue.
Yeah, it's that's one of those items that it's very hard to tell.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just one of those things that, you go check it. Not the worst thing in the world to pick up.
Nice roll clips by Gymnast.
He's been on fire with those roll clips today.
Absolutely.
I mean, first try on every one that we've seen him pull off. And yes, we do have the wonderful pink pig as our big pig of the day. Advo's going to pick up his mirror shield. Ooh,
Power
Jaboon
bracelets.
having power bracelets. Wow.
And we're going to get bait bag, so we will be seeing a big pig this seed.
That is true.
I love these top matches when you have such different routing.
Fully agree. Our first Tingle statue, Beetle's holding.
Advo, unfortunately, not having enough money. But he will very soon.
Let's see Advo hit that that cliff plat into Bird's Peak over here.
And Jim going to do Diamond Step early, as expected. Doing the Season 3 opener.
That is true. And I wonder if we'll see him do a super swim or if we'll see him sail to Islet with having bombs. Be curious.
You know what? We could expect a super swim out of either of these
I
runners.
would expect a super swim out of either of these runners. We have two very, very elite level runners here. I would very much expect it.
Was Horseshoe hinted dead? I don't believe so. Oh, it was?
was.
Yes.
Perfect. So that's
Thank you,
that's always
Symphonic.
one that I like seeing, being able to skip.
I don't like golf. Mostly because I'm bad at it. But, you know, sometimes you just don't get leaf or you just don't get hookshot to even have the chance to do it early until like way later. And then when it has something, you have to go like completely out of your way.
Exactly. And we are going to see Advo stored a Din's Pearl there in that chest. We're going to see him take this next chest over to Bird's Peak.
We do have at least one spiky chest.
That is
That
something
is
I'll,
dead.
I'll agree on here is runners of this level. Just I love seeing the different ways that they go about how they route out everything, because they cover the same spots, but it's the timing of when they do it is just very different. So I like that. I like seeing how it's going to play out.
I absolutely agree. And it was in our game just before this that it was those slightly different routes that led Gymnast to just barely finding that last Triforce piece. Because it was simply just a little bit easier for him to get to that spot at the
Fully
very
agree.
end.
So we will see Jim is sailing over to Islet here. Is Jim's tracking getting updated? I think the only thing we're missing on Jim's side is a shield. And note to mom, because Jim was at Bird's Peak earlier as well.
You know, and I think what we've kind of failed to mention so far is we were really hype about Leaf, but maybe we didn't explain why. It's just that Leaf is such a powerful item.
Leaf good item.
Leaf? Leaf good item, yes.
That's the best I can put that, honestly.
The Deku Leaf gives you so many advantages so early on. Honestly, it's one of the best random starting items. I would have some arguments that bombs might be slightly better, but you know that's just a personal preference of mine. But starting with Leaf, especially when you have Forbidden Woods and DRC, you know, you find grappling hook and you're set.
So I believe that was our path hint to Mulgara, correct? Was Islet?
Yes.
So that is definitely needed to get there.
What was it?
It was Skullhammer.
Yes, that is not the best path item to find, but still very much required.
Very useful. I mean, it makes it the end of the seed fun, as we found out the other day.
Oh yes, absolutely.
A new style strat that's kind of been discovered, being able to block those light arrows with the hammer. It's a fun time.
I don't know if either of these runners will be taking the patented crane strat.
Yeah, it'd be fun to see. Grand finals.
Treasure chart 7. All things are possible. You are so right, Crane.
All right, we'll see Advo save Grandma here. Did we see what was in Grandma mail yet? I don't.
Jim hasn't passed the time yet, I think. Otherwise, I missed
bomb
it.
mail, then I must have missed it as well, because I feel like that's why he wouldn't have gotten bomb mail first.
Wait, was Islet path to Mulgara or path to...
Did I say that
Goma.
wrong? It might have been Goma. I might have said that
So
wrong.
hammer path to Goma, meaning logically, Wind Temple might be our first dungeon, question mark?
This will be interesting to see.
I'm not quite sure.
I don't know either, but Gymnast is going to come in and grab his first bow here. Advo grabbing that Triforce shard underneath Grandma's house.
Very curious when Jim is going to check top of headstone. Because
I think
if
he's
Jim...
probably waiting for that other shield somewhere.
That would make sense as well. I've already forgotten where it was.
It was on Crescent.
Right. Islet is Path to Mulgara?
Yeah,
okay.
that's what I had thought.
That's what I thought,
So
yeah.
that would definitely make sense there. Otherwise, that was going to be a potential very nasty chain there.
I've had it happen.
It's not fun time. We'll see Jim pick up his first bow. It is the second bow that we know the location of.
And you know what? Scale
We
the
got
Wall
in-sync
is also
save
hinted
roll.
dead. Scale the Wall
Scale the
is hinted
Wall
dead.
is dead, yep.
So there are 3 checks sitting in Paw Print completely open right now.
Both of our runners, I mean, starting back up in sync is always kind of fun to watch. I like an identical save orb situation.
Jim is going to check the other 2 checks on DRI.
And Advo's going to head to Diamond Step.
Which Diamond Step only had a Tingle statue. But it is required.
I was going to say, we do know that it's going to lead to something in DRC. Or something for DRC, at least.
Windfall to Ganon is the best hint. You are correct. And Jim is dipping into DRC here. You know, he has that bow. He
Has
can
Leaf.
go backwards.
Yeah, I
Leaf
mean,
makes that having bombs as well. You know,
this is. I think this is a really good play here for Jim.
I do as well. You know, and depending on the key logic, you know, most of DRC is Sphere 0.
Forbidden Woods is also in Logic. The only thing we're missing for Wind Temple is obviously Command Melody and Iron Boots for something to be found there, at least in the beginning of it.
Seeing DRC like this, I feel is very spicy by Jim.
The day that we can skip Iron Boots and Wind Temple will be the day that I don't know what I'll do. But it sounds like a pretty good time.
Crane, can you get into Wind Temple without Iron Boots? By door canceling? Yes? I wasn't sure if that was just you don't need Hammer for it, or if you still needed... You only need a Wind Waker to get into... Really? Okay, then I think the only thing stopping, you know, an Iron Bootless Wind Temple is the switch at the very end.
It'll be curious to see.
You can do Wind Temple without Leaf.
Yeah, that is true.
You have another small key here.
We are seeing Advo's gonna hit Paw Print Isle, right? Is that where we're at? Or no, is this Bomb
That's
Island?
Bomb
That's
Island.
Bomb Island.
Bomb
I
Island.
saw trees.
So-
I assumed Paw Print.
Advo now knows that, you know, that bow
He knows he has his fire
is
ice
path,
arrows, yeah.
and then Fire and Ice is going to be right there. You know, he's probably going to rush those Fire and Ice checks.
I would agree with you on that. Yeah, this is a very, very early fire and ice arrows for Advo.
Nice, you know, standing placement by Advo there. You know, like,
He picked that out
He
just right.
rolled right to him. Like,
And we are seeing Jim take this backwards way through DRC. I didn't mention it, but he had a very, very good platform drop with the bow.
oh, absolutely. You know, it only took 4 arrows.
Yeah. Very well done. Very well executed. That's one thing in watching runners of this level is the execution that you get to watch from both of them is top tier.
That makes sense, Crane.
And Advo grabbing those fire and ice arrows. Kind of make for some very, I think, very interesting windfall routing as well.
Absolutely. I was just thinking the same thing. He's going to be able to do a lot.
I'd be curious if that's where he starts or not. We'll kind of see where he decides to go from here.
Another Triforce Shard.
In DRC, in Dark Room, that's a good place for it. Greatfish gonna opt to go. Greatfish, check Greatfish, go Needle Rock.
Not sure what that was. I think that might have been a yellow rupee.
Had to have been something that can't be, doesn't show
That yeah. So
cutscene
it was
there.
definitely
Threw
yellow,
me
but I
off.
think it was a yellow rupee. Both of Rat Room is dead.
Ooh, Ava finding a spike chest here on Greatfish. Another spike chest here in DRC. A lot of stuff so far we found in DRC.
Picto, that's
Picto
very
is
nice.
gonna
And
be
another Tingle
interesting.
statue on Advo's side.
Because having Picto is gonna change Jim's routing for Windfall as well, just a little bit there.
Now, I think the next question is just going to be, you know, is Jim going to rush Windfall after this, or is he going to clear more of the overworld? Because Jim is, you know, very much known, especially through these Season 5 settings, to just go straight Windfall.
It'll be curious to see what happens.
Whereas Advo's known for quite the opposite, actually.
We've seen Advo enter into Islet here, gonna pick up that Skull Hammer. Knowing that it's a path hint, so that's probably sticking there in the back of his mind for sure, that he wants to head in here as quick as he can. So really, really fortunate to have that Fire and Ice arrows. Probably see him into Needle Rock after this as well. We had a hint for Needle Rock Cave as well. I believe it's a sword in there.
It is a sword. That or it was Needle Rock Chest. It was one of them. I want to say it was Chest.
Yeah, there's two checks. We got 50-50 shot here.
You can do both of them with Fire and Ice. Time for the best room in the entire game. Nothing wrong with that room whatsoever.
You talking about Magtails? Because I don't like talking about Magtails.
Talking about that room specifically with the Magtail.
I don't like talking about Magtails in general.
It's just a bad room,
It's a bad enemy.
honestly. DRC mostly dead from everything we are seeing.
I will say, I mean, but a shard and a shard alone is pretty big. But Pictobox could also lead us to something.
Is Jim not going to check Mini Boss? Or was Mini Boss hinted? Mini Boss must have been hinted for Jim not to check it.
I don't remember. Was there any boss hinted? It was not hinted, so.
It was not. Alright, that could... I mean, it still could be nothing.
Yeah. We'll see him check.
Oh, you know what?
Top of island here.
We have not found a boss key yet, and big key chest has to be a small key. Yes, yes.
He didn't get big key. That would make sense.
So yeah, mini boss has to be big
Obviously
key.
doesn't have grapple hook, so we can't go and fight Goma just yet. But we do have a spike chest here on top of Boulder, and we'll get a quick little peek going over here to see what else we got for Leaf. Advo's going to pick up that sword that we got hinted at earlier. I believe that chest is...
That looks to be dead.
Yeah. I do like the option of the peek with the telescope rather than having a Windwaker dive over there. Seems a little not safer, but maybe just even if it's dead,
Yeah.
then
yeah.
you know that's a good little bit of time there.
Advo going into Forbidden Woods. Advo is going into Forbidden
Well,
Woods.
see Advo going to Forbidden Woods.
I do not blame him with
I
Fire
didn't
and
know
Ice
Advo
arrows.
got Boomerang.
Where did Advo get Boomerang? He must have stored it.
Unless he just got it in Needle Rock. And welcome on in, SpeedGaming 4. Thank you for the raid with a party of 5.
So for those of you that are just tuning in and you're hearing us say, what's about talking about spiky chests and dead chests, how do we know that they're dead? They haven't opened them. We have something called chest matches the contents, meaning that if an item appears in a spiky chest, like the one that Jim is opening now, it is something that the seed has determined is as a progressive item or something that might be necessary through our settings to beat the game or something along those.
It's important.
Yes, it's important.
It's typically how it gets handled.
Logically required.
Yeah, logically required. Or a bottle.
Or a bottle. But that's just because we have mail on.
That is fair. Cyclos, Headstone Path. Cyclos was not the Headstone Path. I believe that was a blue ruby from Cyclos.
Cyclos was a blue rupee, and Headstone had that bow. And I'm a little bit surprised that Advo did not push a few more fire and ice checks, given the path.
Knowing how Advo plays, I like the play of going into the dungeon here because I believe he's going to have a path to go back to Angular after this as well.
Oh, actually, never mind, because
and to hit Ice Ring as well.
Headstone was path to Forbidden Woods, meaning that it could have been something that led to grapple.
Huh? We'll see kind of what this ends up being then.
I think the real question is, where the heck is Grappling Hook then?
True. Unless it was Boomerang, was our Calademos in.
Honestly,
If
I've been looking at Jim because he's on the right side of our screen, so I'm just looking forward.
I believe he found it in Needle Rock, but I could be wrong with it.
No, the only thing in Needle Rock was the sword.
Okay, I hadn't paid attention to when he was actually inside the cave, unfortunately.
Also, Jim did just get Command Melody off of Salvage Core.
That's going to be huge as well.
If we find Iron Boots, I would not be surprised to see a Wind Temple pushed very early.
And like we mentioned earlier, it's so fun watching the different routes from these top tier runners like this.
Dead Paw Print?
Very potential for a dead paw print.
Okay.
One chest.
Watch it be a bottle.
A sword. Nope. Okay, so not dead. One very good item for our runners. Gonna be very
much required item.
Yes. And I mean, luckily, paw print is a check that is an area that gets checked pretty much regardless of what's going on, because 3 checks in there regardless. You want to make sure that you're not missing anything important, as that sword is.
And typically, depending on where your bombs or your power bracelets are, those checks are going to be very low sphere.
Oh, Boomerang was Angular Peak.
Oh,
that
yes.
Makes sense. Advo did store that, so we didn't catch that. Advo caught it, I believe.
Advo also might go back to Angular Cave after this.
I'm thinking that'll happen because I think we'll see Ice Ring to Angular Cave.
Absolutely.
And we'll see Jim go pick up this wonderful blue rupee here. Advo stored some large amount of money. Headstone Path is for a statue. That's going to be kind of gross.
I mean, I guess it could be.
So does is that going to be a stronger belief that Ankle is holding our grapple hook than with Tingle Island being Path to DRC?
Given the fact that we only have
that
two Tingle statues, and DRC was for the most part dead besides one shard, having a late grappling hook does not sound, impossible.
And yes, Forbidden Woods Big Key was hinted vanilla, so we do get to see our runners skip that basement room, which I believe and kind of hope both would end up skipping that, with that being hinted.
Go ship chart.
That will be interesting.
Jinx.
No.
Oh, okay. You don't owe me a soda then. We did not get Ghost Ship Chart last seed whatsoever.
I haven't seen it in a while, honestly.
Now, Jim is entering Forbidden Woods here without the boomerang.
That is true.
That is comparatively going to lose him some time.
Yeah, I think Advo having that boomerang is, at least in terms of Forbidden Woods, is a huge advantage. Because there's a lot that he doesn't have to worry about.
It's certainly not the end of the world.
Oh, well, it's not the end of the world by any means. Wow.
What?
Okay, that's very large. And Jim's going to end up finding that as well.
That will be Jim's Fire and Ice.
It will be Jim's Fire and Ice. Where was that other fire? That other bow was on top of Headstone.
On top
so
of Headstone, yep.
we may even see Jim go. I would imagine probably south. Probably do the same thing as Advo if we see Ice Ring
yes.
to Angular, and then go check Headstone from there as well.
And, you know, having light arrows, especially for Wind Temple, is going to feel so nice if
Everywhere.
they have to full clear it.
Yeah. We haven't seen what's on Wallet Mail just yet because Advo hasn't left the dungeon. So that's also a mystery here. Get some nice bomb storage to break into Calidamos' lair. A spike chest as well.
All right, the only thing that worries me about what I was saying about DRC being mostly dead is that, you know, Forbidden Woods had quite a few spiky chests as well.
It also makes you wonder if, are we going to see potential Go Mode Wind Temple at all? I
think it's unlikely at this point.
Out of all the dungeons, though, I love seeing a Go Mode Wind Temple.
I do too. Go moding Wind Temple is just so satisfying.
It is.
But at the same time, if you mess it up, you lose like 3-4 minutes.
That is true. So what? He did store a sword.
Oh, he did.
Wow.
Thank you, Pitcott. Thank you to our wonderful trackers.
Yeah, our trackers are keeping on top of things that we're missing. So we have, through all of the games that we've had, all of our trackers have done absolutely amazing.
Absolutely. It's nice having them right next to us as well.
That is true.
You know, and that's something that, you know, having a live tournament is just, what am I trying to say?
It's nice being next to real people.
Exactly.
So having this in person has been an absolute blast, and yes, maybe we'll see a little bit of a sympathy for Goma with those light arrows. See a little sympathy shot, give Goma some extra health before the ultimate demise.
I will give you a whole $1 if Advo shoots a light arrow at Goma. A whole $1, Dunzy.
All right, I'll take it.
Real people are very poggers. You know, it's been so much fun, you know, getting to, you know the Wind Waker crew in a whole different light. And every match that has led us up to this grand final match.
They've all been wonderful. All of the matches have just been absolutely amazing. We are going to see Advo take that trip over to Ice Ring Isle. Not surprised by this move whatsoever. Do we have the knowledge for all the swords at this point? Or is... No, Jim collected the one on Bomb Island. That's the one that he has right now. I couldn't remember which one Jim had grabbed. Take a nice journey into Ice Ring Isle. Skip over this chest here because it is dead, but we'll check the inside just to see what we've got going on. Watch Jim do a nice little bomb push to get into the basement here. Something that we didn't
Very
see.
clean.
Yeah, extremely clean. Something we didn't get to see Advo do because he did have Boomerang, so he did not have to worry about it. Spike chest inside the mountain here. With
Delivery bag.
And we still have not seen Windfall yet.
You are so right.
So the routing that our runners will be able to do on Windfall is going to be very interesting.
Watch Grapple just be on Windfall.
Letters as well. Well, no, Zunari's dead, so we don't even have to worry
Yeah,
about Zunari.
yeah.
So there's no traveling back to Greatfish for Advo, which is probably a huge ease on his mind. Which is probably another huge reason why he didn't worry when he went to Needle Rock earlier. So I think that's going to be very interesting.
Jim going to grab Big Key.
Yeah, we really just have...
Oh, he didn't grab this.
We just need to clean out Windfall as soon as they show up there. Jim grabbing that second bow of his. And we do know his final bow is on top of Headstone Isle. So that's where his light arrows will be. Advo coming back to grab this chest inside of Angular. We'll get to see what this is finally.
Although, Dunza, you know what's fun? We get to see bomb Cali Damo strats.
That is true. Or fire and ice arrows.
I would not put anything past Gymnast.
I've not seen Jim in a Cali Damos fight, so I'm not sure the comfortability on the fire arrow strats. So it'd be cool to see pull off. But the bomb strat also a comfortable strategy here, not having to really worry about having boomerang whatsoever. Triforce Shard.
Could have been anything.
Could have been anything.
Still required.
Very required. So
Jim will only be single dipping Angular, however.
that is true.
Which I feel like that might make up the time that he's losing due to not having boomerang.
It'll be interesting to see how it all pans out.
Absolutely.
Because I think we'll definitely see Jim hit Ice Ring Angular, and then my thoughts are he'll do the same thing that Advo did, where you'll store chop a chest to get the headstone. Without having bait bag, that seems like how it would go, but we'll just have to see how it happens as it happens.
38-minute windfall.
That's so unusual.
Surprisingly, not the latest windfall I've seen. I
These
mean,
settings do make for very interesting seeds. Whereas Windfall used to be so, come and get everything.
windfall used to be, you know, only 6 checks. Now it's, what, 16?
Yeah. Maggie's letter.
From Note to Mom.
That's always an
Or that
interesting
was wallet
change.
mail.
A chain.
Yeah, that was
this
Note to Mom.
This is wallet mail here. I mean, that's fun. Oh, Note to Mom has not been
Oh,
mailed
what was
yet.
that?
What?
Grandma mail?
Might have been. I really don't know. But being able to mail off those 2 letters as well is still going to be really nice.
So for those of you guys that have never seen the strat that Gymnast is doing right now, essentially Cali Damos' hitbox extends just below his little like bottom of the flower there. And so you can actually hit that if you throw a bomb and it explodes at just the right time. Now, unfortunately, we can't hear Gymnast's audio. However, but there is a sound cue to if you hit it or not, and you have to hit it 4 times.
Oh, being able to store that cutscene for the windmill turning on is very nice.
Very satisfying. Gymnast struggling just a little bit. You know, this isn't always the easiest strat in the world.
Yeah, and like you said, unfortunately, we can't hear the audio, so we didn't know where it was. But that was the last bomb needed, so very good fight there for Jim.
Very nice shot on that lighthouse by Advo as well.
Advo's pulling off some very good routing here. Being able to do all this. A spike chest on the lone island out there. Being able to do this all while Mila is traveling throughout the island as well is a really good way to kind of waste that 2.5-minute mark there.
Iron boots.
Reeb, you are great.
All right, well, Advo doesn't have command melody, but it's really close by. Can we do Wind Temple?
I have no idea where Advo's going to go next.
I don't know either.
Where was Command Melody again?
Command melody was on Salvage Core. So likely Advo is going to go do Salvage Core and Paw Print. We have command. Yeah, command melody being on Salvage Core makes that really easy.
This will be very interesting to see what happens.
Something that I also really appreciate about our Season 5 settings is that we started with Earth God's Lyric and Wind God's Aria.
I do like that a lot.
You know, it also prevents them from being pathed to a dungeon because, yes, they're easily skippable, but, you know, going on this, like, wild goose chase for a song that, you know, for most runners is fairly easily skippable, just to end up...
What does Advo have that Jim doesn't to be able to get that Maggie's letter? Because it wasn't on Orca. They both have wallet. Did Advo pick a Furor's Pearl somewhere?
You know, I don't know.
I'll be really curious to see. I did not pay attention to the letter
I don't
whatsoever.
know if Jim has gotten grandma mail. That would be the only thing I could think of.
Huh. Well, Jim just checked the mail, and he did save Grandma, so that's why he didn't get it at the same time. That's where my confusion's coming from here.
Jim is gonna find.
Oh, Jim does have Grandma mail. He doesn't have delivery bag, so he doesn't. So
right. Okay.
Can't see it in the inventory, and yeah, we may just be missing it on the tracker there.
Okay.
So that makes sense then. That's why I was like, something's off here.
I think Jim's gonna store it as well. Seeing as he's not going straight for it.
Which is definitely the right place. So we'll see Jim store that, head over to Headstone now, get the light arrows, which is going to make him feel pretty comfortable there, I would say.
And two very different angular cave strats to skip pulling out all the blocks.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That's the way that Jim did it is actually the way that I do it.
I do it the way that Advo does it.
So we see Jim get a Triforce Shard from here, if I remember correctly.
And another Triforce Shard.
Triforce Shard.
Get a piece of cheese from the bar.
Jim is one shard up on Advo that is in Dragon Roost Cavern.
Mm-hmm.
So shouldn't be too hard to pick up for Advo there. And also a nice hook shot on Advo's side.
Where was that?
I really wasn't paying much attention there, unfortunately.
I'm looking at the screen, I promise.
We just happen to both be looking at the same person at the same time here.
Yeah.
But yes, having a hook shot there is also going to be very needed for Advo. With Wind Temple being on for us. So
No super swims
no
today.
super swims today, no.
Oh, did I speak too soon? Oh, I spoke too soon. All right, so if you are photosensitive, wait, maybe not.
I think he's the tide is kind of messing with him too much. So
All right,
he's
never
opted
mind.
to just sail off.
I spoke too soon.
Advo will be saving Tingle, which actually is definitely required for this seed.
Definitely.
Having to get the reward from Ankle, you do have to save Tingle.
Could you imagine if like Windfall was like hinted dead, but you had to like
That'd
go
be kind of
anyways?
nuts. That would be that'd be an oof right there. We'll see if Tingle's holding anything in the back room there for us.
You know what I will say? I'm
Tingle
very
being fully dead in general and still having to saving him kind of is not
absolutely.
fun. But there is a spike chest back there, so we'll see Advo travel through this maze.
I will say, in most of Season 5, there has never been a hinted dead Windfall, to my knowledge.
Not that I've seen either. Jim's gonna check out that headstone there, realizing it's his light arrows. Probably pretty excited about that. I am surprised that he actually checked it.
Given that it was
Given
path.
that it was a path in. But we're, 45 minutes into the seed. Oh, wow, another Triforce Shard
We're
in the back
missing
of jail.
one overworld. No.
No,
is that our last shard?
That's our last shard. Overworld shard.
So we're missing grappling hook
And a sword.
and a sword. What is with these seeds?
I don't know, but this is a been very short grand final seeds. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Hey, maybe this is the sword.
Nope, just a large wallet. So we can hold a lot of money today.
That's what I'm thinking too, Crane. I'm thinking that both of them are in
Wind Temple.
Temple. I'm nervous. Are you nervous?
I'm not nervous. I'm excited, actually. I like seeing how these things kind of pan out. Regardless of how it goes, or who goes where, or who ends up winning. I just think it's a fun time regardless.
I guess maybe nervous is the wrong word. I'm just super stoked that we got a game 2 as well.
I think nerves is a good. Nerves are definitely implied here because you never know how it's gonna go.
Oh, absolutely.
So we did see Advo pick up that command melody, which is gonna put. I mean, Wind Temple is right there for him as well. So I'd be curious to see kind of how everything ends up going here. We know that DRC has our last Triforce shard for Advo, besides the obvious boss ones. So it'll be curious to see kind of what happens from here. Oh, that is the last sword.
Oh. Wait, which one is Jim missing? Wait, we just need grappling hook.
We have,
Yes?
yeah, Advo has his last shard in DRC.
Grappling hook in 1 shard? No, yeah.
Huh. This is interesting. We also still have not gone into Ghost Ship yet.
That too. And we're still missing 1 Tingle statue, and that's an unresolved path. You know, that Tingle statue could be anywhere.
Really curious to see
I
how
think
this
Ankle
plays out.
has grapple.
I'm going to agree with you on that. With it being a path to DRC, I mean, I almost...
Where's Moblin's letter? Where was Moblin's letter? Or was that something else that I saw?
No, I think you definitely saw Moblin's letter with that.
Also, Advo is going Wind Temple.
Advo has not been a DRI in general, correct?
No, he cleared it.
Okay. Because I was going to say, was it top of Boulder chest at all?
Wait. Jim doesn't have Boomerang. Boomerang couldn't have been top of Angular.
This is playing
Wait,
out
or
very-
does Jim have Boomerang and I just looked at the wrong area?
One thing that's nice is our runners are very good at menuing.
Yes.
It's very good, but it makes it hard to see it sometimes.
Absolutely.
Yes, Jim does have
Okay,
the
never
rank
mind.
for sure.
I mispeaked the inventory.
So, and we did see Advo head right into Wind Temple here, so I think that was a good play.
I do too. Inventory wasn't spiky.
It wasn't spiky. Nope. Well, there's a key.
Would have been nice if it was go mode.
No, unfortunately for him, he doesn't know that it would have been good.
Oh, so that sound you were hearing is coming from Advocate's model. He is playing the Sans model, inspired by Sans from Undertale. So that's the you're hearing.
Cream giving off Iron Boots over here to Jim. Advo picking up a small key for Wind Temple. We like small keys at Wind
Temple. Alright, I'm done. I promise. until the end at least.
I'm trying to think. I'm still sitting here trying to think back where Jim got Moblin's letter from.
Honestly, I have no idea.
I don't. They started at Dragon Roost Island. I don't remember Advo going
Did
back.
Advo not go back?
I don't remember Advo going back.
Okay, then maybe he didn't, and maybe
I believe
yeah.
Moblin's is from Top.
You know what?
Builder.
I think you're right.
So that's kind of the only thing I can think of. Unless I'm just wrong, and then I really don't know. And I guess the one thing that Jim has that Avo still doesn't is that Picto Box.
Yes, that
Which
could
was in
actually bring a
DRC,
huge
so
advantage.
If that ends up being our grapple, well,
I think.
I still don't
Okay,
think
what
it
if
can be our grapple
it
hook,
unlocks?
unless it's the last Tingle statue.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna unlock the last Tingle statue. If the last Tingle statue is not in Wind Temple.
Which would kind of suck because that's a forced double dip of DRC right there. Unless the other Picto Box is somewhere else. Right, unless I'm wrong on that.
No, I think you're correct. Who knows? I mean, Picto could also unlock Deluxe that could...
There's so many different things that could
Or it could be on
happen.
Ghost Ship.
That is true.
We still have
not
not
seen Ghost Ship.
Check to Ghost Ship.
And there's our big key. Definitely is a nice key to find in this dungeon.
Treasure chart 10. And treasure chart 39. Both useless, unfortunately. The dead chest over there. Advo is going to store it to Songstone Skip.
And we'll see Jim head through this maze as well to go get that chest in the back of the jail cell.
Which I believe was a Triforce shard.
I believe so. Probably what landed Tingle in jail there. Probably not great to steal part of the Triforce. Avo will make quick work of this room.
That is spiky. There's grappling hook.
Wow.
Meaning, I think the last Tingle statue is going to lead to bait bag at this point. Because what else would it be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because logically they would need bait bag to get that bow.
Mm-hmm. That is disgusting. But also very clean by Advo for, you know, keeping his storage there and just using the hook shot
What
to get
is on
through.
ankle? Where I mean, at this point, yeah, like you said, it has to be bait bag.
It has to be bait bag at this point. And I believe ankle is path to DRC? No.
Yeah, Tingle Island was path to DRC.
Yes.
So this is a seed.
I don't fully understand all these pathits, if I'm quite honest with you.
I'll agree with you on that. Pathits have always been something I've kind of struggled with, but I try and make sense of them in my brain, and then seeds like this happen, and I'm like, I don't know. But it makes for some good content for sure. Keeps us on our toes. Hopefully keeping chat on their
That'll
toes.
definitely be something to ask the runners.
Yeah, because I imagine it's keeping them on their toes as well. Because, you know, especially for Advo, you have that hint in the back of your mind, like, okay, am I really looking for my last Tingle statue, or is it literally Jabate?
And Advo is also going to be able to skip, you know, not a huge chunk of DRC, but quite a bit. Because that last shard will be...
It's in Dark Room, so it's on the path backwards. So he finds that and knows that, okay, that's my go mode right there.
So we're in no mode. We're
Yeah, we
definitely
are.
in no mode.
Likely it's bait bag to fire and ice on headstone
For
small
small
key
key
and
and
big
BK
key
chest. That makes... But we started with Leaf.
That is true.
We We started with Leaf, so...
Yeah, so that's not necessarily the full chain there. I'm trying to figure out how that...
Needle Rock chest was a sword.
Yeah.
Or Iron Boots for that would make sense actually, because weren't Iron Boots on Creeb?
Yeah, Creeb had Iron
All right,
Boots.
that's definitely likely it then. It's the path is bait bag to fire and ice arrows on top of headstone for Iron Boots on Creeb for grapple in Wind Temple.
Yep, that works. That makes sense. Admiral gonna get yoinked. No, that is a. Oh my gosh, that's a crazy logic chain
These
right there.
hints suck when you think about it. Like location-wise, they gave great hints, but these path hints are not the greatest in the world.
I mean, yeah, we got a lot of good dead locations. I believe our runners were pretty happy about not having to do Zunari. Speaking of, Jim is getting Zunari right now.
You are correct.
Which he'll probably end up being a little bit disappointed remembering that. That is true. Pathins are very new to our meta for here on Wind Waker, so it's something we're all getting used to. And I mean, I've seen the Ocarina of Time scene as well with Pathins, and I was just as confused about them over there as I am over here. So
Pathins are very interesting.
Yes.
You know, in these settings, we have, you know, path hints that lead to the end of our dungeons, but there's also the occasional, you know, path to Ganon. You can also change it so every hint is a path to Ganon hint, which essentially would be, you know, just Way of the Hero.
This is true.
Now, I think the advantage to path hints is just going to be that, like, you know, it's going to be something that, you know, it's not going to be as vague.
Yeah.
Right? Which, of course, you get seeds like this where it's just, like, you know, long chains, but at least you know there's something at the end of that chain.
Exactly. Yes, Advo's got a very clean leaf strat there, skipping over that whole section where it expects you to have Makar, but it's a suggestion. Right side slide. I am in favor to the left side slide. So Jim was missing that last sword on Needle Rock is what he was missing,
yes.
which they were hinted at earlier, so he knew it was there. Be ready to cat jam. That is the one reason we love this dungeon the most.
I will say one of my favorite parts about being in person and live is that we get to catch him in person.
That is true. We'll see, this seed has been very, very interesting all throughout.
Absolutely.
I like seeing these very quick seeds. So I know I would imagine we see Advo go right to DRC after finding that grapple hook in Wind Temple. I just think that would expect it.
Which means, you know, we're only an hour in, and, you know,
I mean,
we're in no mode.
No mode for about 10 minutes?
10 minutes,
that's
yeah.
That's a really good time for us to. And we will get to see what Moblin letter holds for us as well. I'm wondering if it may end up being that statue, that last statue that's going to be a big chase down here.
Where was Hookshot again?
I'll be honest, I don't remember. Somewhere on Windfall. Oh, House of Wolf Chest. Okay. Deluxe Pictobox. I feel like even
Jim's getting
worse.
baited by a chain here.
Unfortunately for Jim. There's a really nasty chain happening here that will unfortunately not put out much hope for us. The worst thing that's going to end up happening here is that deluxe picto leads to another statue and Jim goes to ankle for that bait bag. Because then we see big things, I would assume.
Oh, I think Jim just wanted that 4th heart container.
I didn't realize that we had that many heart pieces already.
Yeah. You know, there's another thing with these settings is you're not opening a lot of chests that have, you know, those heart pieces and those heart containers in it. So it's very, like, rare to have a seed with more than, you know, 3 or 4 hearts.
I believe most of them came from mail as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
So Jim is now just missing 3 shards. One of them being in the overworld, 2 of them being bosses. And Advo is up to 6 shards on his end, missing a shard in DRC Darkroom and the boss shard as well.
Wait, that would only put him at 7.
Oh, Jim does have all 6 shards. That is my bad.
Does Advo have
no,
6?
No, Advo has 6.
Okay.
Both of our runners have 6. I believe Tracker was just behind on, I think on both. So no worries. Our trackers are doing fantastic. You guys are catching stuff that we're missing. That's what we're all here for, right? So yeah, so Jim is just missing the 2 dungeon ones as well. So this is going to be interesting here, actually.
Vanilla small key?
So because Jim will find his grapple hook here, which will lead Jim to Goma Wind Temple.
You are correct, actually. I still think Advo is going to be able to do DRC slightly faster than Jim can go mode Wind Temple, however, but it might be close.
So the first room chest is a small key. So we'll just have to see what Jim's strategy for go mode ends up being. This is... I don't think at this point I can give anybody the edge still.
Absolutely not.
Trackers were just lagging a little bit, but yes, everything on screen should be correct at this point. So, I think the good thing here is that Jim didn't chase down any bad leads too much, at least. So we see Advo take the back way through the dungeon. This is... I have so much fun watching these racers.
I do too, you know. And I mean, now it's just anticipation.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, fully agree. Who's just gonna get that little edge there? Advo poking up, cobbling off the map here.
The shard in DRC is in Darkroom. So Advo will do most of backwards and then hit Darkroom.
Yeah, he'll be able to get up to that point and then realize he can just go right to Goma.
I love being able to hear the controllers.
Yeah, it makes for a nice little controller ASMR on our end. I just think GameCube controllers are such a satisfying sound, too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Jim is only missing grapple, which is in early part of Wind Temple.
Advo also skipping the BK. Makes sense.
I also like skipping Burger King.
Yeah, it's not my favorite fast food. I would have to agree with you on that.
sound that Sans makes. Oh, it gets even worse towards the end. But by worse, I mean much better. The favorite part of Sans is after the Puppet Ganon fight. The noise made during the rope climb is just phenomenal.
Now I do believe that, you know, Advo is going to be able to finish this, grab those 2 shards and fight Goma, you know, a little bit faster than Jim can do this Go mode and then go back into DRC, fight Goma.
I'll agree with you on that one.
But I mean, anything could still happen.
Because we saw Jim decide to opt to not do Songstone skip, which does that's a little bit of time there. As much as we like watching Makar do his thing here. And there is Advo's last shard. He's going to be real happy about finding that one.
Immediately save Quinn now.
Yep, save
He
warping.
knows.
Yeah, oh, he knows. That is a very, very good go mode for Advocate over here.
I think my first question is going to be, what did you think about that bait
The
bag?
crazy thing here is our runners are going to go mode within a minute of each other.
Yeah.
Because this is grapple hook right here for Jim, and so that is Jim's go mode as well. So, but I fully agree with you. The fact that Advo does have one boss fight, is going into one boss fight, while Jim does have to go into 2 is a little bit of an edge there. This is the one that decides it all. So this match is their game 2. Advo came into first game with an advantage coming from winner's side. So this is it.
Oh, Jim is storing this chest in order to...
That's smart.
Okay, I understand Jim's thought process,
Yep.
actually.
Nope, that makes sense. I've never actually done it this way, but I like that.
Yes.
There's
so,
a reason that these 2 are some of our top runners, for sure.
Absolutely.
The things that they come up with in order to just make some crazy plays is amazing.
Now, when you get into matches with top runners like this, and we've definitely, you know, touched on this throughout the entire tournament, we have some amazing runners here, is that sometimes the difference of landing a double crip or not is going to make the difference of who wins. Now, what I think would be hilarious is if they tied.
Unfortunately, I don't know if we'll
think
get
that's
to that
going to happen, but it would be very entertaining.
Very point in time where we have Advo halfway through the Goma fight, which will immediately put him into high roll, while we do have Jim still have to do 2 more whole fights. This trick right here is the scariest trick I could ever think of if you don't have leaf at least. Which I don't think you can do it without leaf, but I used to do it the jump slash way, where you had to jump slash on top of it, and that has put me into
camera angle that Jim is using. I've never
agree.
done it like that.
That has always been my least favorite. Jim also going to favor the right side sidle.
And he still has storage, so you can just walk right through.
Yeah. And you'll see him walk right through into this as well.
I thought he voided for a second. I got really scared.
I
I
thought
got
the
really
same thing.
scared there.
Left side is best side, at least on that part.
Can't say the same about Earth Temple.
But we'll see Advo finishing up the Goma fight here, which does give him his 8th shard. We'll see him head right into Hyrule after that to put us into the end game here.
I wouldn't say it's Advo's game just yet, even
Things
though
can
it
still
is very
happen.
likely.
We definitely see a good advantage here on Advo's side, but I've seen some crazy things happen through these races. So, and as I mentioned, we are seeing Advo go into Hyrule now. Jim still does have to finish this fight with Mulgera, which unfortunately we know cat jams with audio on Advo's side.
We can do it anyways.
We could do it anyways in spirit, but we do have to see Jim still go after the Goma fight with finding the grapple hook so late. unfortunately.
You know, and I find it so interesting that if the seed had just been a little bit different, let's say there was something early in D or C, these roles could be absolutely reversed.
Oh, I completely agree.
Also, 2 very quick seeds.
Yeah.
For these grand finals,
yes,
you know.
I was kind of thinking the same thing. I mean, I think we'll see this be for sure a sub 130, of course. But it'll be nice to see just how quickly. You know, this is a Tot G seed that I've seen, or a Tot G-less seed that I've seen that still didn't raise Tot G. And I always like seeing that Hyrule portal with nothing else around it.
Did we ever find the last statue? No.
No, the last statue was never found. Bait bag was never found, so we still believe that bait bag was on ankle.
Where could that last statue be?
Maybe in
Fire Mountain? No, Fire Mountain was hinted dead.
Baron.
Cabana?
Cabana? But,
You
well,
know,
where's Cabana need?
We didn't hit top of
Yeah, at all.
the island at all.
Yeah, Cabana was Private Oasis one was not touched at all, so it could be there. Could have been Cabana need outside of Cabana again.
Who knows?
It's a really. If you look at the true logic of how the game would have wanted you to do it, it's kind of gross. It's kind of really gross. Because they expect you to still find that statue, to be able to get that bait bag, to then go get your bow, to then go get your iron boots, to then go get your grapple.
Absolutely.
Well, no. Yeah.
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 And that's why I'm so grateful for, you know, glitches. And that, you know, we allow glitches in our standard, you know. I mean, pretty much the only things that aren't allowed are, like, going to be things that absolutely break the game, like barrier skip, propaganda skip, you know. A few other things here and there, but, you know, it's amazing how breaking logic can change a game like that.
It
you know?
really is. I mean, you see runners on this level just be able to do it all so effortlessly as well. It's wonderful.
No Big Pig.
No Big Pig. Yeah, we have not seen Big Pig. Statue can't be on Big Pig.
No.
If we're assuming that bait bag is there, which is
I don't think it would be
like,
anything, you know.
else. There's no way it's anything else.
I guess it could be Cabana Deed.
It could be Cabana Deed into.
But I think either way.
Yeah.
I mean, or it could be Ferraris. Either way, it's going to lead to bait bag.
It's going to lead to whatever we already have.
Absolutely,
so
yeah.
Skipping it in its entirety is kind of nice here. Which I feel like anytime you can skip ankle is kind of nice.
Yeah.
So we'll see Admiral getting ready just to head right into this puppet cannon fight. Pick up a couple of hearts here just to get that full health. Our runners have soup, so that's also a good time.
Ooh, missing
just
that first
just
shot.
A little too high on that first shot.
No. Advo's, Advo's not one to get nervous, but I'm curious if he's nervous at all.
I'd also be curious because you have to think, you're in this situation. Gymnast did win the last game. Do you think that he thinks that Jim is either right ahead of him or at the same place? So that's kind of the scary part of runners of this caliber going head-to-head in a situation like they are currently.
Absolutely. And you know what? Despite missing that first shot, great recovery by Advo.
Oh, 100% agreed. So fantastic first phase of PG here for Advocate. We'll see him go into these second and third phases, which I know he's very strong at in general. I wouldn't be surprised to see a double crip here from him and lead into some other pretty cool stuff as well. While we are seeing Jim take down Goma, grabbing that last Triforce Shard. We'll be able to get into Hyrule. It's looking favorable for Advo. Like I said, there's
amazing double crip.
Clean double crip. But it's looking very favorable for Advo here.
Nice
Fantastic
first shot on
first
PG3.
We'll see a bomb pulled out, maybe a potential Trog shot lined
Oh,
up.
he'll go for it.
Oh, yeah.
He'll go for it. Oh, so close.
Just missing it there, but still a really, I mean, we're getting a really clean PG3 here, I'd say.
And Gymnast officially in go mode, going to head into Hyrule.
So, and you'll get to hear an amazing rope climb here coming up from Advo.
I'm excited. That was a very clean puppet gander
Yep.
by Advo.
Fantastic, fantastic.
All right. Is everyone ready?
Oh. Fantastic, fantastic sound. It's all it is. It really is.
If only it was possible to rope climb that fast in real life. That would make gym class way easier.
Just letting go and grabbing repeatedly
Absolutely.
actually propels you forward. Good pog slide there from Advo, and we'll see him soup up, get some double damage, full magic, full health. And yeah, this is Advo's very clean with his Ganon fights. Zelda actually kind of cooperating here a little bit.
I love that last little.
I'll be very curious to talk to the runners here coming up.
This seed was
Interesting, and I'm not really
Yeah.
sure kind of what gave who such a big edge.
honestly, unfortunately, I think it was Jim dipping DRC. Also,
I'll give it to you. on that.
GG's and congratulations to Advocate
Advocate.
for winning SGL Live 2022 for the Wind Waker Rando.
Fantastic job. And we'll hear from our runners here in just a little bit. I'm very excited to see what their thoughts were on this seed and how the tournament was as a whole.
And in an orderly fashion, of course, breaking the barrier as the other person finishes.
That
That
is
seems to be a
true.
common theme.
And we can scoot on over here for our wonderful runners as they join us here at the commentators' chairs. I was going to say booth, but
Hello.
it's not much of a booth. Welcome, guys. GG's to you both.
So,
Fantastic
GG's.
race.
first question, where do you think that last Tingle statue is?
I have no clue.
We don't either.
We don't either.
I mean, maybe top of waterfall.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Cabana.
We were kind of
I
thinking
have so
that
much.
as
I have
well.
so much left. I couldn't tell. For me, it could be
There's-
hide and seek.
So the one thing
It
I think that
wasn't, but-
really helped you guys not have to worry about that was finding that bow on top of Headstone. Both of you opted to use storage to get up there.
Mm-hmm.
We think we figured out the logic chain on it. We think Ankle had bait bag, which
Yeah.
would have
Yeah,
led you to
one
get
hu-
that
one hu-
bow. So like it's
100%.
very much. You skipped a lot with not having to worry about that. So I mean, a very quick seed of sub 120. So a very quick seed there. I think it ended at 118. Jim, you had just shattered the barrier there, so it was kind of down to the wire there once again between you two.
Yep. And unfortunately for Jim, dipping DRC very early. Had one more item been in there, these rolls could have absolutely been reversed.
Overall, what were you guys' thoughts on the seed? It was kind of a wild one.
Only 3 Baron hints.
Yeah.
I noticed that as well.
So any location that was not marked Baron was guaranteed to have some spiky chest.
Yeah.
Even if it was like a pearl, which
Right.
is
That
useless.
was really funny. It was
That's-
like I.
twice in this
That
tournament.
has happened twice in
Yeah,
this
I
tournament.
midway forgot about that race because I was like thinking about like Baron hints. I was like, I haven't forgot any Baron hints, right? And it was like, it's 3. Well, I guess my stuff's in DRC probably. Because my Tingle, either my Tingle statue's in there, which would be really unlucky, and then it's like Cabana or something.
Yeah, both of you left Cabana untouched there. Obviously, that grapple hook and Wind Temple was
nasty.
very poor placement.
Yeah, I figured that out at like some point when like if I'm not wrong, when Headstone was Path to Goma, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so, yes.
Because it didn't track hints again. I was like, but yeah, like with the bow, there was like, I was like at Transparentist was like, either this is grapple, or grapple is in Wind Temple, because the only things that were like, and like Iron Boots and Creep or something.
Right. Yeah. Creep having those Iron Boots was definitely kind of nice. The hints in general were just kind of weird. There was 2 Path to DRC hints.
The hints were incredible.
They were hints. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
You got like either everything was overworld and hinted, or in dungeons.
Yeah, exactly. The one I wanted to kind of touch on there, Jim, and for you, kind of another placement of that gap is you did Zunari. Zunari was hinted there.
Oh.
So.
Yeah.
Oops.
I almost forgot about that, but I'm glad that like I
also
marked
had forgotten about it
marked
too.
The Baron locations.
A very late Windfall for you both as well. I mean, we didn't see either of you touch Windfall until I think about 38 minutes in. That's kind of always a fun thing to see there. So.
And then I only did nighttime checks. I was like,
yeah, that as well.
I don't have a picto box. I don't want to do hide and seek. I have other stuff to do.
So.
Now, Jim did find a picto box. However,
Found both
there
picto
was
boxes actually.
Yes, I forgot about that. There was a picto box in
Dragon Roost.
in DRC.
Earlier. So
Blanking on where the other one was.
Maggie delivery reward.
That's what it was. Yeah.
So, yeah, but I mean, overall, fantastic race between both of you. So we talked about it a lot. It's always fun seeing runners of your caliber. How you guys, I mean, I don't think there was a point where you guys were in the same area besides when you started. So it was the routing differences are always fun, and even seeing you guys both still end up so close together is always is really cool to see on our part at least.
Absolutely.
I definitely got quite lucky. I guess not like I got like quite lucky, I guess, because like the Tingle statue wasn't in DRC. There was like it's either Tingle statue in here or it's like something stupid. And I did skip like mini boss and kill all enemies in Wind Temple just because like there has to be something somewhere else.
Why not?
Right.
Can't really be in here.
So yeah, I think I mean just well played by both of you, and again GGs, and we do have a couple of things for both of you presented here from SGL.
All right, so first of all, congratulations to Advocate on winning the tournament, and also congratulations to Gymnast for causing us a nice little bracket reset. I mean, you did a fantastic job in this tournament, and as behalf of SpeedGaming, we want to reward you with the second place trophy.
Thank you very much.
Advocate, advocate, advocate. I've seen you enough in the admin table there. Giving you your seeds all the time, making sure that I retitle them to game and all that stuff. But on behalf of SpeedGaming, here you go. This is your grand prize trophy.
Thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure having the Wind Waker community here for SpeedGaming Live 2022, and we couldn't do it without all of you, so thank you very much. How about a round of applause for the entire Wind Waker community?
Yes. Congratulations to you both. While I get my headset put back on here. And, of course, thank you so much for SpeedGaming Live for having us.
Absolutely,
here.
absolutely. It's
been
so
a
much fun.
fantastic event. Absolutely wonderful to get to see everybody in person. I know a lot of us have really only kind of done these things online. Probably Jim is an exception here.
Yeah,
but
GG wears and some of the stuff.
yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure seeing everybody in person, be able to commentate, being able to see the racers like this. So a huge shout out to SpeedGaming for hosting this wonderful event. So any last comments from our racers here?
We do have a question in the chat.
What is
how long have you guys been playing Wind Waker in speedrunning?
Almost 10 years come January.
Wow.
Yeah, and for me, it's been like since late March last year. I started right at the beginning of last year's Season 4 tournament.
It's almost 2 years.
Yeah,
almost 2 years
just about
now.
2 years. So, I mean, yeah, you guys do fantastic work through all that you've done. So, yeah, thank you guys for racing and being wonderful members of the community. And yeah, I don't have much else for you. If you guys have any last comments at all.
I don't have anything.
Yeah, just GGs, and hope to do this again next year.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
So true. I
And
would have to agree.
again, thank you for SpeedGaming for hosting us as a Wind Waker community. It's been an absolute blast getting to meet everyone. So
I have
Awesome.
to agree.
Yeah, and thank you to everybody that's kind of helped out with the races, everybody who's done commentary, everybody who's done tracking. We couldn't do this without you guys for sure. So, thank you guys for tuning in, and stay tuned for the rest of the Speed Gaming event. Some other last finals going on throughout the different channels that we have. So, thank you guys. We'll see you later.
bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.